Is a man who would have loved to have been out here with Centrals today and in fact into their finals campaign in Damien Hicks. It's great to have Damien on board here. Of course, son of the great Damien Hicks and brother of Joe, who's playing down at Jervois. Have they made the finals, Damien, down there?
I believe they have.
They have.
I believe so. I'm not certain of that one.
Well, bounce up now in the centre of the ground. The big blokes to do battle. Schooler and Bradley. Schooler gets the tap out and umpire says play on. He paid the advantage there and it was Chris Gowans into centre half forward and he finds a teammate and that looks like his brother.
It's his brother.
And
kick to kick.
And you know the interesting thing about this, and I don't know whether Chris is happy about this or not, but if James can drill this one, it will draw them together on 35 goals apiece this year.
As the leading goal kickers for the club, Doug, which is a great effort.
Been a great effort, hasn't it? Central's going toward the Elizabeth City end here, favoured by a slight breeze. 40 seconds have gone in the opening quarter. James Gowans kicks his normally a beautiful kick, and this one is no exception. There's the opening goal and just what Roy Laird, the Central's coach, would have been looking for. And there it is on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard. We find Central District, 1 goal straight 6. South Adelaide yet to score. Damien, a great start.
Oh, look, that's a perfect start for the doggies. And, yeah, the Gown boys, they are very competitive and they'll be fighting for that goal-kicking competition.
And you'd know it would mean something to them and they'd know exactly how many goals each other has kicked and it's great to see.
Oh, no doubt about that, yeah.
Back in the centre here, the big man about to go at it. Bradley up against Schooler. Ball goes down. Bradley gets his hand to it. Comes down towards White Boots Bennett. He gets a quick kick forward. Players racing for the ball. Warren's in there. Also Berry picks it up. Handballs over to Davis. Back over there to Berry. He's running inside 50, 40 metres out. Pops a goal. That's a great kick. And that is a contender for the goal of the day. The Beechwood Homes goal of the day. Received the handball 50 metres out from goal. Had one bounce. Run to 40 and put it straight through the middle. That is a great start to South Adelaide. Great movement through the centre of the ground. That's 1 goal apiece on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard and we haven't even travelled 2 minutes. Great goal, Damien.
That was a great goal and it was a perfect response by South Adelaide there. Exactly what they needed.
Well, the interesting thing there, just talking of goals, we spoke of the Gowans boys, 35 goals apiece. Justin Berry's one ahead now for there. He's on 36. So maybe it's going to be a shootout between the lot of them. And they both spent a bit of, the whole three of them have spent a little bit of time at St Kilda. There's the bounce up in the centre and Chris Hall gets it out there in the direction of a teammate. But play on it was Doughty, but taken away by Swatala in towards centre half forward. Looks down here, can't find a teammate. Here's another chance now. It's one of the Gowans boys. It's James this time again onto his left foot and he's off target this time. So he puts it through for a minor score. So we'll give him 35-21 for the year now. Just to, I'm trying to get these stats right in the absence of Paul.
They're just about even on the points too, Doug, so it's a great effort by the Gowans boys.
Oh, they're phenomenal footballers, they are. Central District 1 goal 1-7, South Adelaide 1 goal straight 6, and we are at the moment 3 minutes into the opening quarter.
Webb's about to bring it in for South Adelaide, kicks in now, looking out there and finding Walton now. Paddy Walton's got the ball deep in the back pocket for South Adelaide, looking for players, as players pushing across towards the grandstand side. Tries to find White Boot Bennett, but that is a poor kick there as he's picked out Scholar. The big man takes a good chest mark and Bennett knocked the ball out of his hands, appealing for a 25-metre penalty, but play on as the call. Comes out now towards Chris Gowans. He goes long inside 50, looking down there towards his brother. Also Cowans at the back. Cowans, great mark. 1-on-1 up against Parker and took a great mark. He was actually up against Steele. The man of Steele couldn't hold him out there. And it was Cowans that took a great one-on-one body mark there. And he's going to go back and have a shot from goal. 25 metres out, nearly directly in front. And there's been a great start to this game. Both sides have already kicked a goal. So Cowans now going back to his mark, coming in. Spent a couple of weeks out with injuries. Going to be a very important player for Central Districts coming into the final series. Comes in very steady. The man of Steel on the mark, puts the big arms in the air. Cowans coming in as a pop shot at goal. The umpire moves to the right. That is a poor kick there for Cowans. 3 for 1 behind. So that's Central District's 1 goal 2-8. South Adelaide 1 straight goal 6 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard. Travelled just over 4 minutes in the first quarter and there's been a great start for the Central District side as Webb now is about to bring the ball back in. Goes over there looking for Paddy Walton again. Can't take it on this occasion. Goes off the carpet there. Comes out to Newbury. He handballs over there towards Parker. Parker goes long looking there towards White Boots Bennett. Oh, Scholar, great ball over the top of White Boots Bennett. The Chief Bradley picks it up. Back over to Bennett. He handballs over to Doughty. He needs to get around a couple of players. He does. Handballs out there towards Steele. On centre wing grandstand side over there towards Hamby. Handballs back over to Hall. Hall 55 metres out from from goal, runs just inside 50, goes bang, a goal, that's going to go! Through for a goal, great goal there by Hall. That's going to do his AFL chances no harm whatsoever, and that was a great goal, great movement by South Adelaide, takes them to 2 goals straight 12, leading Central's 1 goal 2-8. And Damien, South Adelaide moving the ball very well through the middle.
Yes, that was good play there by South. It's an interesting start because Central have taken the ball on their forward line 3 times for 3 shots, and South have gone in twice for 2 shots. So it's a bit of a shootout here.
We've played 5 minutes in the opening quarter here. South Adelaide lead 2 goals straight 12. Central District 1 goal 2-8. 4 points the margin. There's the bounce up they go. Schooler with a tap out. Looks it across in the direction of Bello. He couldn't pick it up. Kick off the ground accidentally there by Bennett. Will be picked up at centre half forward. No, it's not by James Gowan. He was appealing for the free kick in opposition there to Jared Cotton, former Central player. Of course, a hand pass there. A chain of hand passes comes back there to Parker, the Crows rookie, down towards the wing. And Chris Hall, who has already played for the Power this year, goes down and takes the mark. And I've got a feeling he's going to pick up a few McGarry medal votes too. Chris Hall comes down now towards the wing, and that is a good lead this time, and Ben Warren comes in. Didn't trouble the statisticians last week, but already he's taken 1 mark and has got the 1 kick. Goes down towards the half-forward line. His target was Michael Hanby, a former Crow-listed player. But the ball's come off hands and over the line and out of bounds. Half-forward line, right in front of the grandstand, Grant Coffey.
And Doug Hanby had a very frustrating year with hamstring injuries, but great to see him back. The umpire throwing the ball in front of the grandstand here at Elizabeth Oval. Both the ruckman miss it, comes out towards Bennett at the back. He tries to handball out towards Bennett, but it comes out there towards the player there in James Gowans, and it was going to be a free kick there. He's going across ground, goes back over there towards Shell. He's gone right to the goal square there. Shell now tries to get around his opponent, which he does. Looking out there to the other side of the ground, finds a player there in Krieg. Krieg handballs over to the player there for Central Districts in Stansbury. Stansbury goes long, looking there for Thomas, can't take it, playing half forward, comes out McKenzie, he handballs over there towards Graham, but in comes for South Adelaide as Kim Cobb. Cobb goes around on the left foot, but he tries to find touch, and he does on the outer side there in front of the scoreboard here at Elizabeth Oval, 70 metres around from the Central District's goal. And the way that they transferred play, Doug, they're obviously going to move the ball from side to side, Central Districts.
Well, it was an interesting one, wasn't it? Because he's actually kicked it probably about 30 or 40 metres back behind him, and switch play, but there's an obvious direction there as the throw-in now comes in. 7 minutes of the opening quarter. We'll go around the grounds in just a few moments. It's all locked up at the moment, but play on calls the umpire. Kick off the ground here by South Adelaide. Long way from our vantage point here. Grant, I'll need those binoculars, I think. There's James Gowans out there, though. He's lost the ball. A hand pass comes out here in the direction of the Hurricane. Heath Hopwood was in brilliant form last week. Kicks up towards the teeth of goal. Cowan there had the front position. Kick off the ground this time by Thomas. That was great football. And I'll tell you what, there is no doubting Thomas. He's put this one through from point-blank range. He got the hand pass from his teammate down there in Bello and raced into an open goal to kick that one. Central District now got the lead again, 2-2-14. South Adelaide 2 goals straight 12. Comments from Damien Hicks.
Well, very unselfish play there by Richie Cocken. I don't know what the chances of you handling that ball in your day, Grant.
Well, not if it was you running past Damien, there'd be no chance.
OK, let's take you around the grounds right now. And of course, these reports are brought to you by National Wireless 2-way radio. And first up, we've got Mike Arns at Richmond.
Yeah, 9.5 minutes into the first quarter, we have Sturt, 1 goal 2-8, leading West Adelaide, no score. Well, they've just got a point, so they're 1.1. Let's cross to Alberton and check with Stuart Dado.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Down here at Alberton, it's actually the same score. Port Adelaide, 1 goal 2-8 over Glenelg. Nothing. Now it's back to the match of the day at Nap Oval, Elizabeth.
Good on you, Stewie and Mike there. Interesting stuff there in those games at other suburban venues, and of course we know that last night it was Norwood by 34 points over North Adelaide. Given the slippery conditions, Grant, 31 goals I think it was scored for the match. Not a bad effort.
A great effort, Doug, and it'll be a good final series, no doubt.
Oh, it's going to be a great final series. I think we're all looking forward to it, aren't we?
Over on the half-forward flank for the Central District side, the ball is thrown up, ball hits the ground, comes out towards South Adelaide player then Doughty. He goes long with the kick, looking there towards Bennett. Oh, but Hollywood Hopwood in front, took a great mark there, Hopwood, and he's going to receive a 25-metre penalty as Bennett grabbed him around the neck, tried to put the sleeper hold on him there for a moment, and it's going to be Hollywood Hopwood who's going to take the kick on the half-forward flank for Central Districts.
A little bit of statistical information here, thanks to Telechoice Mobile Communications. That's 2 25-metre penalties against Jared Bennett.
Thank you very much, Doug, as Hopwood gives the ball over towards Bello. Bello goes inside 50, looking there for Gowans, and he picks him out. That is a great mark there by Gowans.
Which Gowans?
Unattended, that is James. And James now is 45 metres out, just about directly in front, would need a very good kick, and he's obviously having a kick-off with his brother today, because this is going to put him in front of brother Chris on the Central's goal-kicking list, will take him to 36 goals. So a very important kick for James Gowans now, coming in now, kicking with a slight breeze to the northern end, coming in. It's a good-looking kick. He likes the kick. The umpire likes the kick. He has not moved. Straight through the middle for another goal to Centrals, and James Gowans' second goal takes Centrals 3 goals 2-20, South Adelaide 2 goals straight 12, and we could have a kick-off, Damien, between the Gowans boys today.
It looks likely, yeah. Good play there by Heath Hopwood. He got in front of Bennett, and the rebound from half-back resulted in that goal, yeah, by James.
Now, we know that Hoppy, last time he was here against Port Adelaide, started in the middle, got KO'd with about 30 seconds from the siren starting. Today, lining up across half-back. He wouldn't be happy with that.
Well, I mean, that's where he belongs, really, but yeah, it's an important player. Heath
comes back out now to Cochrane. Cochrane kicks down towards the forward line there, trying to find Quinton Graham. Jared Cotton goes back after the ball. Also, South Adelaide player there is the man of steel. Handballs out towards Jared Cotton. Back at home today at Elizabeth. Coming out of his defensive line there. Looking there for Hall at centre half, back in front. Oh, that is a great mark. And that is a contender there, Doug, for the mark of the day today, and that is the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. He plays on quickly, goes to centre wing where he finds Doughty. He's also got Davis running through the centre of the ground, goes over in that direction, kicks it to him. Davis plays on quickly, looking there for White Boots Bennett all on his own. It's a poor kick though. Hurricane, it's not Hurricane, it's Harada comes in, and he knocks the ball out of bounds. 70 metres around from the South Adelaide goal, and if the kick was better there, Doug, South Adelaide were away.
I thought you were about to launch into the Bob Dylan song, Hurricane, eh? Heath Hopwood, the Hurricane, or Hollywood Hopwood, as we sometimes call him, but he's a great player, acting captain today. There's the throw-in, up they go. No one getting a real decisive kicker. Tap out, taken away by Hopwood, though. Socks down, kicks down towards the wing position. Will be picked up here by one of the Gowans boys. I'll call that one Chris. He goes with the left foot this time, but this kick is ill-directed, which is rather surprising. It falls out of the hands of Kim Cobb, but he butters up nicely. Goes with a long hand pass, gets it across here to Jared Cotton, former Central District player, former Norwood player in his first year with South, and he finds a teammate in Kruger. Kruger, the boy from Victor Harbour now, long way from home. And he goes a long way from home too as he goes across the ground here to Mark Bradley. It's a funny old kick, but it's effective. On to Michael Davis, the prolific kick winner for South Adelaide to half forward, and the mark is taken out there on the half forward flank by the South player. And it looks a little bit like Michael Hanby from here. It's a fair way from where we're sitting, but Michael Hanby, there's his kick now, and Ben Warren on the lead. That's the game he plays best, when he can get out in front of his opponent, and a good opponent too in Harada, and he's taken the mark. He will kick from about 50 metres. He's on about a 45-degree angle, and it will favour his right foot. This is where Grant Coppy kicks so many. Steer it through for us, Grant.
Warren comes in there, has a kick at goal. He's going to lob in the goal square. Players go up, spoil the ball. First player there is going to be Berry. Also, Chris Gowans in, and Chris Gowans sees the ball out of bounds. 20 metres around from the South Adelaide goal, we're going to have a throw-in, but Warren there on the lead. I think that's going to be his go, Damien, up against Harada today.
Yeah, I think so. He's Brian's a bit bigger than him, but he's probably not as quick.
The ball is thrown in now, comes out to Scholar. He taps the ball over the back, finds Hollywood Hopwood. He gets it out there towards Cochrane. Cochrane gets a quick kick, trying to find Bello. It's a poor bounce though. The ball comes out to the South Adelaide player in Cotton. He shovels it out, tries to find Doughty. He found him now, gets a handball out, comes out towards Webb. Webb handballs over towards Davis. Davis goes inside. They're looking for Hamby, and Hamby takes a great mark. 40 metres out directly in front of Shell on that occasion. So Hamby's taken a couple of good marks in the last. He plays on quickly though. There's a player loose. It's Hall, and Hall is close to the goal, 10 metres close to the goal. So, but he's in a more acute angle there. So Hall now will be kicking from about 35 metres out on an acute angle and he's on his wrong side for a left foot, Doug. So he'll need a very good kick from here. But we know he is a very good kick. So Hall coming in now, direct kick at goal. It's going across the face. He does like it though. He's running back, clapping. It's another goal for South Adelaide. A great goal for South Adelaide. Takes them now 3 goals straight, 18 South Adelaide. Central's 3 goal 2-20. And Hamby just leading Shell to the football a bit there, Damien.
Yeah, the last few occasions it's gone in. I've been impressed with South. They've worked their rebound from half back. They've been good, and they've they haven't coughed the ball up that much, so they're looking impressive today, South.
15 minutes of the opening quarter. It is the Yamaha Pitmans match of the day. Central's 3-2-20, South 3 goals straight 18. Time to go around the grounds once again. And first of all, we will go to Richmond and Mike Arns.
We're at the 16-minute mark of the first quarter. Sturt 2 goals to 14. Lead West Adelaide 1 behind 1 point. Let's go to Alwyn and check with Stuart Datto.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Port have just kicked their second goal down here. So it's Glenelg trailing by 2 points. Port at 2-3, 15 over Glenelg at 2-1, 13. Now it's back to Nap Oval. Down Elizabeth with the match of the day.
And back here, Jared Cotton with the ball across half-back for South. Got it over to Bradley. He in turn got it across to a teammate in Chris Hall, who's been a wonderful player already so far in this game. And he in turn kicks the ball to Michael Doughty. You wouldn't see him doing that if they were playing AFL, would you? One with the power, one with the Crows, of course. At the moment, Central's lead by 2 points. We've played 15 and a half minutes of this quarter. Chris Hall chips in again and takes another mark. We haven't got our stats man today, but I reckon already Chris Hall has had it. This would be about his 6th touch, I reckon.
7, that is, Doug.
Is that 7, is it? Kicks down towards centre half forward. Up goes Bennett. Knocked away from him by Hopwood. Play on calls the umpires. It's taken out here by Shell. Shell down towards the wing position now. Will be picked up by Thomas. Thomas now runs around. Got a feeling he might get drafted too at the end of the year. There was a hand pass that came out there to Schuller. Got it back to Thomas once again. Goes with another hand pass. You might say they ran around in circles only because they did. Daniel Shell with the ball, waits, looks, sizes up the options, kicks in towards centre half forward, but it's all South. There'll be either a free kick or a mark, and a lot of courage shown there. That's a Manta Ray courageous play if I've seen one. Umpire pays the advantage. We'll just pick up that player in a moment. South Adelaide go across goal, almost ineffective. It will be picked up by Jared Cotton, who is working very, very hard on that last line of defence. Comes down towards the wing, almost a mark there to Cobb. Picks up the ball though, got it across there to his teammate in Hamby and turn on to Newbury. Newbury down towards the wing. The crowd is clapping because of the pressure put on Newbury. It comes unstuck though this time as he's kicked down towards the wing, is intercepted by Hopwood, but he loses the ball too. Very clever hand pass across to Hall. We make it possession number 8. In towards centre half forward. Up they go. Comes off hands. Almost a mark there to Shell. Will be picked up here by the South Adelaide player in Warren. And a mark has been taken here by Tregenza. 30 metres out from goal. Got the mark down very, very low. It would have been a very, very fine Ricky Ponting slips catch, that one.
And that's a contender, Doug.
That is a contender, that one, for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. I was just waiting for a stoppage or something, Grant, because I need to have one.
That was a great mark, Doug, and the way that South Adelaide moved the football was a bit of a worry for Central District, so they need to really apply the pressure to the South Adelaide side here. So Tregenza now coming in. He is 30 metres directly in front, has been a great player for South Adelaide this year, been their leading goal kicker, coming in now. Very steady approach to goals. It's a good-looking kick. He loves it as well. He's running back to the centre. A great goal to South Adelaide. That puts them in the lead. 4 goals straight 24. Central District's 3 goals to 20. And Damien, the way the South Adelaide side moved the ball out of defence, some worrying sides for Central Districts.
Yeah, they've started well, South Adelaide. Their pressure on the body has been good, and it's really been a possession game for them. They've tried to hold the ball and not give away any easy kicks.
4 points the margin here. South Adelaide in front, and they're kicking into a slight breeze as well. But let's see how things are going in the big one down at AB Stadium. The AFL update and Scott Curtis.
Yeah, the elimination final at Amy Stadium. Adelaide have kicked 4 behinds, and West Coast are yet to score. But Wayne Carey is playing on Ashley McIntosh. That's going to be a great contest. And Nathan Bassett, I'll get it out eventually, is back in the side after he kicked the sealer for Norwood last week against South in the SANFL. We'll go back to the match of the day at Elizabeth.
Well, we've just seen a wonderful mark taken in the last line of defence by South Adelaide, and the boy who took it was
Aidan Parker, Doug, and that was a fantastic mark there. Saved a certain goals. He plays on now, going to the other side of the ground, comes back inboard now. Handball's back over towards Bennett in the goal square there. Back over there to Parker. They need to get a quick kick as McKenzie applies the pressure. Helps tackles him, but he got the handball out. Handballed over towards Cobb. Cobb now running out of defence, goes to the outer side wing position where he's trying to find a player there, but all he's found is the boundary line, and that has gone out of bounds on the full, and it's going to be a free kick to Central District. Swatala, he brings the ball in play now, finds Cochrane there on half-forward flank for Central Districts, 80 metres away from goal. He plays on quickly, goes in towards Bello, all on his own. Handball's out towards Thomas on the 50-metre line, goes in towards the goal square where Cowan is up, the big fire! A great mark over the back of the pack, over the back of Bennett. and the white boot stayed down, and Cowan was all over him there and took a great mark. He is on an acute angle. He's only about 10 metres out from goal though, but he's on the right side for a right footer, and that was a contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day there. And Cowan has got off to a good start. We called it early, Damien, that he needs to play well, and he has started that way.
Yeah, exactly right, Grant. He's a very important player for Centrals up forward, and with those big long arms he takes a great grab.
Cowan now coming in for goal. Needs to kick this one for the Central District side as they're trailing by 4 points. Cowan now, it's a poor kick that's gone straight across the face. Has it even gone through for a behind? It has. So that is a couple of poor kicks out of Cowan. 3 goals, 3 to Central Districts, that's 21. Trailing South Adelaide 4 straight goals, 24. Travelled 20 minutes in the Yamaha Pitman's match of the day.
There's the kick out from Webb. The mark was taken there by Bennett. He in turn transferred play down towards the grandstand wing, and big Mark Bradley there with a mark. This is going to be a great battle between Bradley and Schooler, 2 of the finest ruckmen in the SANFL. Mark Bradley, 3rd last year in the Liston Trophy in the VFL, kicks the ball down towards the wing position. Up they go. Schooler from behind almost took the mark. It was grabbed there by Chris Gowans. Couldn't burst his way clear though, as he was tackled by Paddy Walton, and the boundary umpire says it is mine. It's on the true centre wing position. The ground is bathed in sunshine. It's a beautiful sight here at Elizabeth. Not a huge crowd, but still fairly healthy considering the competition today, what with the show and the Crows match as well. A hand pass from Bennett there. He lost it. He's got it back again, Bennett. He goes for a hand pass over his shoulder. Boy, that would have been pleasing there for Brett Maher almost, I reckon, the way he controlled that. He's lost it this time though, and it's taken by Chris Gowans. His kick was ill-directed, taken here by Paddy Walton. He's a bit of a dasher, goes with a hand pass. He's a left-hander, and it looks pretty effective too. Across there to Scott Webb. He in turn went with a hand pass there to Jared Cotton. Across to Walton. The interesting thing, those last 3 players, all left-footers. It comes out now to the South Adelaide boy, another left-footer too in Chris Hall. He goes down in the direction of the boy down there in Tregenza, but it's beaten him across the line. Not really beaten him, it's actually fallen out of his hands.
And he can also kick with his left foot, Doug.
He can kick with his left foot too, and a couple of empty deck chairs in the background there too, I notice. Somebody's obviously gone off to get a pie.
As the ball is thrown in now, Scholar up against Tregenza. Ball comes down out of the front. It's Brooks there for Central Districts. Handballs over towards Krieg. Gets a quick kick away, but it is smothered there by his South Adelaide opponent, and it's going to be a ball in right in front of the donut stall over there on the outer position, 55 metres around from the South Adelaide goal, Doug, and you would love one of those cinnamon donuts, surely.
Well, I wouldn't mind one, Grant, but I think I could even see your footsteps in the grass over there.
Exactly right. As the ball is brought in, Bradley taps the ball down, comes out towards Berry, 40 metres from a goal. He's a sharp shooter. He's gone at goal. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh, what a great shot for goal by Berry, but he's picked out the post there, and that's South Adelaide's first behind for the day. 4 goals, 1-25, South Adelaide, leading Central Districts 3 goals, 3-21, and Berry, Doug, has been a great pickup for South Adelaide.
Berry's a great player, yeah. I mean, sometimes he can be a little bit out of a game, but he's just a wonderful little half-forward.
He is that
winger.
Opportunist type, isn't he? In and out.
Yep. There's the mark taken by Krieg. Swings round now. Kicks the ball very high in there. Almost a mark there to Hopwood. Couldn't take it. A hand pass came out again in his direction. Couldn't pick it up, but his teammate in Chris Gowans, Kang, on the outer wing. The former St Kilda reserves player down towards half forward. But Jared Cotton, been impressed with his game in this first quarter, and he'll be keen to do well, of course. Jared grew up in the northern suburbs, playing his footy with Centrals.
It's his eighth touch, Doug.
I thought you were going to say his 8th club. Don't say, he's got a few more to go. It's his 8th touch as he drops the ball in short, and he finds a teammate out there. It's a long way from here. Is that Davis?
It's Hall.
It's Hall, is it again? Chris Hall, who has been a wonderful player in this opening quarter.
That's his 9th touch.
Both teams getting great value from their on ball as he drops the ball in short, and the Crows rookie in Aidan Parker takes the mark there across half-back. There's his kick. It's an absolute shocker. That won't please the Crows people. Will be picked up here though by South Adelaide. They kick it high in the air down towards the wing, and there's a Manta Ray courageous play, because she was a floater, and Heath Hopwood, eyes completely on the ball, did it brilliantly. Got it across to Swatala. Normally a good kick, and this is no exception. It's thumped away from Cowan this time. Picked up by Cotton once again, and Cotton thumps the ball with that left foot of his. Goes out towards the half-back line. Oh, good mark taken out there by James Gowans.
James Gowan plays on quickly, looking down there in the forward pocket. He's got a player there, and it comes out there towards Thomas. Thomas has got the football now, plays on, goes towards centre half forward where he's got Quinn and Graham right on 50. He goes bang at goal, looking down towards Cowan, and the goals go the big fella. gets a fingernail to it, but he can't hold it in play as it goes over for a behind. So that's another behind to Central District, taking them to 3 goals 4-22, trailing South Adelaide 4 goals 1-25 as the ball is brought in. Newbury under the footy now. Can he take it? Oh, in comes there the player there in Steinburner. Can't take it. The ball comes out now towards Krieg. Krieg goes in towards centre-half forward, but it's all South Adelaide as Kim Cobb takes a good mark. He plays on, goes out towards Cotton. Cotton handballs over towards Parker. They're playing well in defence for South Adelaide. Goes to the outer side of the ground where he's got Doughty. Doughty on centre wing here, coming in towards the centre of the ground. Finds Hall once again, so Hall's picked up plenty of touches as well in this first quarter, and they've got plenty of loose players on their defensive line there. So Hall now at centre-half back, goes towards the outer side of the ground. Looks over there towards Berry. Can he take it? He can't take it. Swatala's also in there. Picks up the footy now. Handballs over there towards Cochrane. Cochrane handballs over towards Sainsbury on centre wing. They're running now Central Districts. Sainsbury's got a bit of time. He's walked around one player. He's had one bounce. He's going to run another 10. He goes in towards the goal square where Cowan is. Can he take it? He can't. Oh, great work by South Adelaide. The man is still put the arm up. Spoilt the football there, rushed it over for a behind, so that's another behind to Central Districts. 3 goals 5-23 Central Districts, trailing South Adelaide 4 goals 1-25 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard.
Grant, let's go around the grounds once again, and these are brought to you by National Wireless Two-Way Radio at the Richmond Oval. Here's Mike Arns.
26, almost 27 minutes gone in the first quarter, and Sturt have just kicked their 5th goal there, 5-3-33, leading West Adelaide 2-2-14. Let's go to Alberton.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Down here at Alberton, it's just gone quarter time. We have a great contest on down here with 3 points in it. Glenelg leading 3-1-19 over Port Adelaide 2-4-16. Now it's back to the match of the day at Elizabeth.
Well, a couple of pretty interesting games happening around town at the moment there, and Glenelg in front of Port Adelaide just, and Sturt getting a jump on West Adelaide in their game. So some pretty interesting stuff at our game here at South Adelaide. 4-1-25, leading Centrals 3-5-23, 2 points the margin, and South doing very, very well, kicking into a slight breeze in this opening quarter. Umpire says a free kick to Centrals though, and Bello. No, it's not Bello who'll get the free kick. It was Krieg. He hand passes to Bello, who I confused with Cochrane earlier. They both got very dark hair. There's the kick in towards centre-half forward, and Quentin Graham it is who takes a very good mark. Goes around now with his left foot, looking down here for Cowan. Up they go. Big pack of players. It's stumped away by the South defenders, and there'll be a free kick here to South. And the boy going back is Todd Steele, the boy from Wollonga. Goes with a hand pass. Got it out there to Webb. On to Parker. Oh, bad kick that one. Bello missed the mark. The ball is close to the boundary line. Great football by Bello as he keeps the ball in play. Newbury pushes him over the line though, and there's going to be a throw in. So it wasn't pretty football, but it was desperate stuff.
And Damien, great second effort there by Newbury.
Yeah, it was a good effort there. He could have been a turnover and a goal there for Centrals, but he did well, second effort.
The ball is thrown in. Mackenzie up against the Chief Bradley. Ball is brought to ground. Central District's Krieg. Handballs out there towards Thomas. Thomas over towards Chris Gowns. He goes in there looking for Cowan once again. And the big fella has taken a good chest mark in front of Steele. And Cowan is 40 metres out directly in front. And we should say he should kick this, Damien, but he's kicked a couple of shockers there. And the siren has gone for quarter time. 27.5 minutes have gone in the first quarter, and Cowan will kick this goal, will kick a score, you would think, after the siren. Central District's trailing by 2 points at the moment, so this is an important goal to send Centrals into the lead at quarter time. Cowan now coming in. Deliberate shot at goal, 40 metres out, coming in. Good kick at goal. He's gone straight through the middle. That's a better kick there to the big fella. And that is a great goal to Central Districts. They now go to 4 goals 5-28, leading South Adelaide 4 goals 1-25. And that's Cowan's first goal after a couple of bad misses, Doug.
Yeah, he did have a couple of bad misses, and to me he looks like he's a very good kick for goal. Normally, Damien, you know more about his goal kicking. He kicked 8 in one game earlier this year, but he's normally a fairly accurate kick at goal, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I think if he loses a bit of confidence, he sometimes sprays them, but generally he's pretty straight kick.
Well, what's his background? He's from, what country, New South Wales or Victoria, is he?
Exactly where
Leadership live what they preach in a God-centred way that's relevant for today. The people have become like our family, and we've built good, strong relationships with each other. As much as the kids love children's church, I think Timothy lives for kicking the footy outside while we have our lunch in the cafe. If you're looking for answers in life for a fresh start, how about joining us? We'd love to see you there at Northgate Life Centre.
Station sponsor Northgate Life Centre, just off Folland Avenue, Northgate. Phone 8359 7060.
Just a quick AFL update for you in the elimination final at Amy Stadium, Adelaide versus West Coast. Adelaide a 3-4-22 to West Coast 1-7, a 15-point lead to the Adelaide Crows. We'll now go back live to Nap Oval in Elizabeth for the Yamaha Pitmans match of the day with Grant, Doug and Damien.
Well, we've just seen a magnificent mark taken here as we commence the second quarter. It was Quentin Graham. It was a beauty, and on the lead there is the very dangerous Luke Cowan. This is a good sign for Port Adelaide, for Central District, because the boy, they need that player up forward who can take the big grab, and I'll tell you what, he's doing well today. His kicking's been a little bit astray. He's kicked 1 goal, 2, but a chance now to kick Central's 5th goal and just take the Bulldogs that little further ahead. They lead by 4 points at the moment, and kicking into a slight breeze in the second quarter as they go towards the Adelaide City end. He has this shot. He'll kick from about 25 metres. He may even kick from 30. He's not going to run right up to the player on the mark. There's the shot for goal, and the dot umpire hardly moves, except just move his head up and watch the ball sail over his head. 2 goals, 2 to Luke Cowan. That's a pretty good return. About 1 minute into the second quarter, and Central's now on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard 5-5-35, leading South 4-1-25. And I know we always say this when a team gets a quick goal, it's exactly what Roy Laird, the coach, would have wanted, Damien.
Exactly right. Good start of the quarter there. Good mark there by Quentin Graham. And a good pass over to Lukey Cowan. It's good to see 2 forwards taking strong marks.
Back in the centre now, Scholar up against Bradley. The bounce favours Scholar, gets under the ball, but Hamby taps the ball, tries to find the player there in Bennett, but off the ground goes Thomas there for Central Districts. Ball goes up and down there, ball comes out now towards James Gowans. He's wrapped up in the tackle there by Davis. The ball comes out to Elijah Ware, just onto the ground there for Steinburner with a kick there, looking for Cowan. The big fella's out, took a great mark. And he is on fire today, the big fella. If he can just kick straight, he's going to kick 10 goals today, because he is on with his marking up against the man of steel there, but he couldn't hold out Cowans. And in front with those big long arms, you can't stop this bloke. So he's going to be kicking from about 40 metres out directly in front. His last 2 kicks at goal have been very good, so expecting him to put this one through as he's off the cricketer's run up though, as he's gone back a long way. Coming in now, shot for goal, kicking into a slight breeze if any here. Comes in, it's a good looking kick, it's a good looking kick. They just got at the back of the goals, go up, straight through the middle for another goal to Central District. 6 goals, 5-41 Central Districts. South Adelaide 4 goals, 1-25 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard. And Damien, the big fella, can certainly take a grab.
Yes, he's playing well so far, Luke Cowan. I was just thinking to myself, they probably need to make a change, and that's exactly what happens. Steele comes off and Johnson's gone over to Luke Cowan.
Peter Johnson, his first senior game for quite a while. He's been out with a pretty bad injury through most of the year. There's the bounce up. It's knocked away here by Bradley. It's going to be Centrals who burst their way clear. They get the break there. It was Swatala in towards centre half forward. Free kick will be paid here to James Gowans as Jared Cotton had hold of him. Umpire plays the advantage, and here he is. There he is, drifting down from the half-back flank. And Heath Hopwood, the acting captain for Central District, has drilled another one, and this has been a sensational burst of football by Centrals. 4 minutes gone in the second quarter. Centrals now 7 goals, 5-47, leading South 4-1-25, and it wasn't that long ago that South held the lead. Damien Hicks.
Well, that's Centrals at their best, isn't it? You can, it's like a blink of an eye, and they've kicked 3 goals.
And Hopwood smiling all the way back to half-back, Damien. You know he'd be fairly happy with that goal.
Oh, he'll talk about that for a little while. Don't worry about that.
Back in the centre now, the big men about to go at it. Scholar up against Bradley, the jumping Bradley. Once again gets the ball down towards Davis. Davis picks up the footy now. Quick kick forward for South Adelaide. Looking to the outer side there, he's got Kruger. He falls over there. The Central District's opponent there, and Hay picks up the footy. He bounces off one opponent. Handballs back over there to Thomas. Thomas there trying to get a handball out towards Harada. Harada's wrapped up in the tackle though, so there's going to be a ball up on the half-forward flank for South Adelaide. 70 metres away from the South Adelaide goal. Travelled nearly 5 minutes in the second quarter, and its Central Districts have got off to a flyer in the second quarter. 7 goals, 5-47. South Adelaide 4 goals, 1-25. The ball is thrown up now. Comes out towards Berry. Also there for Central Districts is Hay. Handball's back over there to Harade. It's a poor handball though. Ball goes to ground. Comes out there towards Mills for South Adelaide. Goes in there long, looking there for Hamby. He can't take it. Goes to the back of the pack where Shell's there. Also Harade picks up the footy. Handball's over there towards Chris Gowans, and he has gone for the safety of the line for a rush behind to South Adelaide. Handball the ball over there, so it's going to be another rush behind for South Adelaide. Takes them to 4 goals, 2-26. Central District 7 goals, 5-47 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard.
Time to go around the grounds once again. Let's see what's happening down at the Richmond Oval. Mike Arns.
6.5 minutes gone in the second quarter. We have Sturt 6-4-40, leading West Adelaide 3-2-20. Let's check out the score at Alberton.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Down here, Glenelg still leading 3 goals, 1-19 by 1 point over Port Adelaide Magpies, 2-6-18. Now it's back to the match of the day at Elizabeth.
Come back here at Elizabeth Oval, where the ball is with James Gowns. Gets a kick forward there to centre half forward. On for a great mark by Cochrane. Flew high, and that's a contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. He plays on quickly, looking there for Cowans. The big fella can't take it. Ball comes to ground, comes out towards Mackenzie. Handballs out there towards a player there in Graham. Graham back handballs over towards Cochrane. Cochrane goes in at goal, looking there for one of the Gowns boys in front. Here's Cotton, can't take the ball. The ball hits the ground, and the ball was held in there, so that was great work there by Cotton. Nearly took a miraculous mark, and we're going to have a ball up 3 metres out from the Central District's goal, right in the goal square. So South Adelaide will be trying to force this ball through. Ball goes up, Mackenzie up against Bradley. Ball hits the ground, comes out towards James Gowns. He can't take it. Hall's in there, had plenty of the footy. He can't get a kick away. Comes out towards Chris Gowns, has a quick shot at goal on the left boot, but it's gone across the face of goal. And Central's nearly made something of nothing there, so it's another behind the Central Districts.
You won't see too many better points than that, Grant.
Exactly right. 7 goals, 6-48, Doug. The Central District, South Adelaide, 4 goals, 2-26. And that is a contender for the point of the day, which is also sponsored by Beechwood Homes, Doug.
Heath Hopwood, 45 metres out from goal. Will he have another shot? Yes, he will. And oh, that is sensational stuff. Heath Hopwood, that is the Beechwood Homes goal of the day. No doubt about that. The way he was able to get round an opponent. Oh, Damien Hicks, take me through it, because I know that Heath will after the game.
Oh, total arrogance there by Heath Hopwood. Just ran off from half back, and I'll tell you what, the last time I saw a goal like that was when you played, Grant Coffey.
Exactly right, Damien. And Heath Hopwood, what's he actually doing drifting down? And you can see him there, he has not got an opponent. So he's got no respect for his opponent at the moment there, Doug, and all he wants to do is go down and kick some goals.
Oh, it was great stuff, though, just the same, wasn't it? I mean, he sort of drew the opponent to him, and then, he was able to evade that opponent and elude that opponent, whatever the word is, it got around him, and kicked the goal. And I tell you what, he was a fair way. He was 45 metres out. It was a good kick. Great finishing work there. And Central District now, 8-6-54. They've taken this game by the scruff of the neck. South, 4-2-26. The action now on the half-forward line for Centrals again. The brilliant little Paul Thomas is out there. Will he go for a hand pass? He does it. Great skills on either side of the body. This time Luke Cowan was up, a million miles in the air. Not paid. May not have had control of it as it's taken here by the Central District player there. Big Mackenzie it is, the boy from Kapunda. And he put it onto his boot and it went kapunda. And he's put it through for a minor score. Central District 8-7-55. South Adelaide 4 goals to 26. And tell you what, the game has come alive.
It looked like a mark to me, Doug, as the ball is brought out now for South Adelaide through Parker, running through half back. He's there looking there for players further down the field, looking there for Kruger. It's a poor kick though as the ball's bounced at his feet, goes behind now where Shell's running back onto it. He can't pick up the footy, the ball's tapped off the ground. Hayes going to be first one there for Central Districts, but the line beats the ball, which the ball has gone over the line in front of the scoreboard here at Elizabeth Oval. And it's all Central Districts, 8 goals, 7-55. South Adelaide 4 goals, 2-26, and they've got off to a flyer in this quarter of football. Central Districts on the 50-metre line for South Adelaide. Ball is brought in, but it's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go to Bradley. The big chief is going to get a free kick from the boundary throw-in. Holding was the call on Scholar. So the Chief Bradley is going to be having a kick. He'll be about 48 metres out. He handballs the ball because kicking isn't his strong suit. Handballs over to Hall, who has a pot shot at goal. It's a great looking kick. Is it going to make the distance? It is tapped over for a behind. Up in the goal square was Tregenza, but it's been rushed over the back of the pack for a behind to South Adelaide. Takes them now to 4 goals, 3-27. Central's 8 goals, 7-55. And Doug, there's been some great play already in this quarter of football by Central Districts.
There's been some great play. There's been some spectacular play. I mean, it's tailor-made for taking the big hanger today. And as you said, Luke Cowan a while ago, okay, the umpy didn't pay the mark, but boy, it was still nice to watch, to see a player just leap so high there in a pack of players. As the action back now with Heath Hopwood once again, who's playing wonderful football from the half-back line. Kicks down towards half-forward. Up they go. Oh, another good mark. That was a solid mark. A Manta Ray courageous play too, the way he held his ground. It was Quentin Graham took the mark there. 65 metres out from goal. Centres the ball now. Up go the pack and Michael Doughty. That was a very, very good mark. He's not all that big, but he's got a very strong pair of hands as Doughty. He drops the ball in short, and the mark is taken by Jared Cotton, who in turn goes with a hand pass to the Crow rookie in Parker. It's not such a good kick. It lands in front of his teammate in Webb. Gets it across here to Trent Mills. Mills, the 202-game veteran. Now, as he lost the ball, he has picked up by Marco Bello. Looks like a 60s rock star, doesn't he, Marco? As his kick goes out of bounds now, right near the soft drink stand, deep in the forward pocket for Centrals. They're going to the southern end. They lead at the moment, 8-7-55 South, 4-3-27. Let's see what's happening around the grounds once again, and thanks to National Wireless Two-Way Radio, Mike Arns at Richmond.
Just gone 12 minutes into the second quarter, and Sturt leads 7-4-46 over West Adelaide 3-2-20. Let's check out the score at Albion with Stuart Datto.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Down here, Glenelg have just kicked their fourth goal with Big Bradley Smith looking a bit like Justin Madden, loping away, taking about 4 bounces and kicking a goal there. So leading 4-3-27 over Port Adelaide 2-6-18. Now it's back to the match of the day. Napa Oval, Elizabeth.
Back here in Elizabeth Oval, where Cowans has stormed out and taken another great mark. 40 metres out directly in front of goal, and Damien, this man is on fire.
Oh, he's been superb so far. He's just leading so hard, and he hits the ball really hard in the air, and his hands are really safe. So South have got huge problems with Luke Cowan at the moment.
So Cowan now will be coming in looking for his 4th goal already, and we've travelled 12 minutes into the second quarter, has kicked the last 3 straight after missing the first 2. So Cowan's now got the cheer squad at the back of the goals to kick 2 if he'd like. Coming in, Cowan off the cricket run-up as Bradley comes off for the man of steel. Ruck change there, Cowans comes in. It's a floater though, it's gone to the left of the goalpost, through for a behind. So that's Cowans kicked 3 goals 3 now, so that's Central District's 8 goals 8, 56. South Adelaide 4 goals 3, 27 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard.
And Grant, considering the show is on today, considering the Crows are playing right now, in fact the crowd has built up nicely, and I don't know what it'd be. Would it be 2,500 here? Or am I overestimating
No,
it?
you'd be around the mark there, Doug.
About the mark, yeah. So full marks to those who've come out for local footy here this afternoon. The kick out wasn't such a good one. It was taken by Paul Thomas. There's his kick, and the mark will be paid here to one of the Gowans boys, very close to the boundary line, deep in the forward pocket. It's James Gowans this time. He's already kicked 2 goals, 2 goals 1. He elects to go short, and in fact he's found his brother in Chris Gowans now with the mark. On a 45-degree angle, he'll kick from about 45 metres, and a chance to kick his, let's see, it'll be his first goal for the afternoon, and drawing within 1 goal for the whole year with his brother James. So in he comes, the sharpshooting Chris Gowans. What great players they are, and what beautiful kicks for goal they are too. This one has hit the post. So we'll put a little mark there in the right-hand column for that one, and it takes Central District along now to 8 goals, 8-56. South 4-3-27. Well, what can South do? Grant Coffey.
Paul brings the ball back in, looks for Bennett and finds him, and that is a contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. Over the back of the pack there, put the big arms up and took a great mark. He goes inboard, looking there for Cobb. Cobb goes back to Bennett now. It's a poor kick. Lands at his feet. He picks the ball up, plays on quickly though. Goes over towards Hanby. So they've travelled about 15 metres with 3 kicks of the football. Hanby now in front of the grandstand here on centre wing. Kicks long there, looking for the man of steel. Oh, took it. He put the big arms up, and the man of steel took a good mark there over the back of the pack. Having a run on the ball now with Big Bradley, as the smiling dentist is about to make his way onto the ground in Jackman as well for South Adelaide. Ball comes out towards the back of the pack now. Chris Gowans picks the ball up. Harada there on centre wing here. Goes over there towards Mackenzie. Mackenzie's tackled. Handball's over there towards Chris Gowans. They're running now Central Districts. Arnott's onto the ground for Central Districts. Goes long looking for Cowan. That's like Jelly Pete for the big fella on his own. Goes in towards centre half forward. He's found the player there in Quinton Graham. Players streaming back towards the goal, so Quinton Graham's going to go in long. Walks around one player, handballs over there towards Arnott on the 50-metre line, but it's a poor handball, so he put him under pressure. Comes out towards Cobb now for South Adelaide. Handballs over there towards Parker. So South Adelaide are going to relieve the pressure. Comes out towards Webb. Webb kicks it long along the wing position. Looking there for Davis. Can he pick the ball up? It was a poor kick. He's going to receive a free kick. Too high was the call on Hollywood Hopwood. And the player there in Davis is going to get the free kick. Normally picks up a lot of the football. Handballs over towards Kruger. He handballs over towards Parker. Pushed a long way down. Parker looks there for Berry and finds him. A good mark there by Berry. 48 metres out from goal. Very good kick of the football, Berry, but could be just outside his distance, Doug.
Could be just outside his distance, and looking at the way the breeze is going, he'll be sort of kicking, it'll be sort of a cross breeze from the pocket in which he's kicking. So we'll see what he can do with this one. He's kicking from the northeastern pocket, for those who know the Elizabeth Oval here. South making a few changes as Newbury comes off and Jackman comes on. In comes Berry. There's the kick for goal. Got the distance all right, but might have been striving for a little bit too much, and he's put it through for a minor score. So we'll mark that one in for Justin Berry. 1 goal, 2 for the afternoon. South move along to 4 goals, 4-28, but they are trailing Central District 8-9-57. That's the Pitmans Marine scoreboard, and we're just waiting now for the ball to be brought back into play. Is that Tyson Hay who's going to bring that in? It is. There's the kick in now. The left footer comes straight down the ground. A diving attempt there by Mackenzie. Couldn't take it. Great roping though by Bello. Gets it across here to his teammate in Swatala. 1 bounce, 2 bounces, 3 bounces. He's normally a beautiful kick. This is no exception. Getting the jump from behind here is going to be Cowan. Couldn't take the mark though. Johnson had the front position. Cowan's got the ball again. He's unlucky perhaps not to get the free kick, but it was knocked across there to Thomas. And Paul Thomas has kicked a goal, his second for the afternoon. It's all going right for Centrals here. They move along to 9 goals, 9-63, and they lead South 4 goals, 4-28. The Pitmans Marine scoreboard, and Damien Hicks. Is it all over?
Well, I wouldn't say at this early stage, but good signs there for Centrals. I mean, not only are the forwards working hard in the air, but they're also working hard on the ground and tackling and those sorts of things. It's very critical stage of the game here for South. If the lead extends any further, they might be out of it, I think.
Great work there by Ben Walsh, and got the ball out to Thomas, who made no mistake in the goal square as the man of steel gets over the top of Mackenzie there, but Mackenzie butters up now, gets a handball out there towards Hollywood Hopwood. Hopwood going to go for goal again, but he puts it up in the goal square there where Walton is. He can't take it. The ball hits the ground. Thomas handballs back to Walton. He gets a quick kick forward with that man again, Hopwood. Hopwood wants to get around. He can't get around. The man of steel comes in, puts a tackle on. He's wrapped up in the tackle also. And there's going to be a ball up 40 metres out from the Central District's goal.
Just while we're waiting for the ball up, Grant, let's get an AFL score from Scotty.
Yeah, Adelaide 5-4-34 are leading West Coast 2-3-15, getting close to half-time. Back to the match of the day.
Back here at Elizabeth Oval, the ball goes down 40 metres out from the Central District's goal, but it's South Adelaide relieving the pressure. Comes out to Davis. He handballs over to Hall. Been one of South Adelaide's better players, looking down there towards Warren, but it's a great spoil by Harada at the back. Comes out towards Berry though, but it's a poor handball as he was looking for an opponent. Hay came in. He looking over there towards Chris Gowans. Chris Gowans picks up the football now, walks around 1.5 forward, kicks in long, looking there for Gowans over the back, the big fella. Can't take it, the ball hits the ground. Players going in after it. Cochrane comes in, handballs out towards Arnott. Arnott over to James Gowan, handball over the back there to Cochrane. Handball over there to Walton. He has a quick kick around the corner, but it's landed in the goal square in the arms of Chris Cobb. He plays on quickly, looking there towards Berry on grandstand side, but it's a good spoil at the back of the pack. Comes out now towards Hopwood. Also the play there in Swatala, but the crowd favourite in Hollywood Hopwood is going to get a free kick. He plays on quickly to one of the Gowans brothers, and it is James, Chris Gowans it is, and he's 48 metres out from goal. The umpire's trying to bring him around. He plays on quickly now, goes at goal. It's a good looking kick. Is it going to make the distance? Oh, great goal, great effort by Walton in the goal square. Great football by Central Districts. That's their 10th goal, 10 goals, 9-69 Central District. South Adelaide 4 goals, 4-28, and they made something of nothing there, Damien.
Yeah, they did. Central's their attack's been relentless in this quarter, and they've just got a better system, I think, working the ball from the centre, and their forward line, I don't think the South backman can handle them at the moment.
Centrals have kicked 6-4 this quarter, and South have just kicked a miserly 3 behinds as we go around the grounds once again, and with thanks to National Wireless Two-Way Radio, Mike Arns at Richmond.
Yeah, 20 minutes gone on here in the second quarter, and Sturt are 7-4-46, leading West Adelaide. They're sort of catching up, 5-3-33. Let's check out what's happening at Alberton with Stuart Dado.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. The score is probably the least important thing happening down here at the moment. Philip Bennett of the Bays has actually gone one better than Lee Matthews, and he snapped the goalpost at the base. So we have no goalpost down here, Matt. We're having quite a long delay of play down here. But I guess to get back to the score, Glenelg leading 4-3-27, Port Adelaide 3-7-25. So there's only 2 points in it. But I'm not sure when we're going to get back to playing because they're struggling to see what they can do without a goalpost. So it's back to the match of the day, Elizabeth Oval.
Well, interesting development down there at Alberton, as we've just heard. One of the goalposts have come down and players stopped. So, pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, the action back here at Elizabeth. Central's 10-9-69. South have just kicked a goal through Michael Doughty, and now Michael Davis gets a kick in towards centre half forward, ill-directed. South 5-4-34, so the margin 35 points. And coming out of defence, we find it is going to be Quentin Graham. Goes for the long hand pass. Gets it across here to Swatara. Was that Graham? No, it wasn't Graham. It was Brooks, that's right, the boy who came into the side in place of Ofterhide. The kick there from Swatara found Stewie Cochrane. He swings it across to centre half forward. And that man again, Heath Hopwood, he has been brilliant this afternoon.
He's playing half back on half forward at the moment.
It seems that way, doesn't it? As Jackman came over the top, there's the player I reckon who is best on the ground, even though he's in a losing team. Chris Hall got it across to Jackman. He sends a beautiful spearing pass there to Tregenza. A big long kick goes right up towards full forward, thumped away from the South player up there in... It's actually Doughty who's playing up there, which is an interesting one. He goes for a hand pass across to Davis again. It's an ill-directed kick there in the direction of Mills. It fell at his feet and the ball's out of bounds. Probably about 40 metres around from the South Adelaide goal. They desperately need something here. Trying to get the moment by some 35 points, but Damien, a little bit of spark coming back into the South play just in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that movement was good. They've had the ball around their goals a few times, but they've really struggled to get their goals. That's the problem.
The ball is brought in. Warren comes over the back of the pack, comes out now toward Doughty, but the kick has found the Central District's player in the goal square, which is Brooks, who took a good mark at his feet there. He plays on quickly, comes grandstand side where he's got Thomas. He plays on quickly with a kick over there towards James Gowns, one of the better players for Central Districts. He's got 10 metres clear now, looking up there towards Arnott. It is a good kick. It found him in front of the player there in Hamby. And Arnott now right in the true centre wing position on grandstand side, just holding up play here as players pushing forward, decides to go inbound into the centre of the ground where he's got Thomas. Thomas has had plenty of the football as well. He's got other players through the centre of the ground if he wants to go that way, but he decides to go back over to the player there in Arnott. Arnott now on the half-forward flank, goes in toward there. Cowans, can he take it? The big fella, he can't, but he crashes the pack. Comes out towards Bello. Bello handballs over to Ware. Ware running in an open goal, decides to handball over the top towards Graham, but the man has still put the arms up, Todd Steele, and spoiled it through for a behind. So a certain goal there for Central District, and the young fellow there, Ware, was trying to do the team thing there and handball over the top, and it come undone. The South Adelaide player in Webb brings the ball in, finds Parker there. 30 metres out from his defensive goal. He plays on, looking there towards Berry. Berry on the half-forward flank position, takes a good mark. Going back now, held up there by Thomas, plays on in the centre of the ground there where he finds Hamby. Hamby handballs over there towards Parker. Parker goes to the outer side of the ground where he finds a smiling dentist in Jackman. Plays on quickly. Jackman now goes around one player, kicks long to centre half forward, but it's a poor kick as the ball has found the player there in Shell. Shell now plays on quickly, finds a player there in Cochrane. Cochrane now, he's got all the time in the world, decides to take a bounce, plays on there, looking out there towards Graham. He can't take the ball, and the ball beats him out of bounds in front of the donut stand here, 55 metres out from the Central District's goal.
Probably the highlight, that was the donut stand. I think it wasn't the prettiest bit of football both ways. A couple of mistakes made there, and the throw-in now to take place on the outer side of the ground. The Elizabeth Oval has really come up so well too. We know it was hit hard by the rains in recent times. I know when they played Port Adelaide out here, I was watching it on the telly, and it was sloshy. And you can see where the mud's been, but it really has come up well, and full credit there to the curators too. As the action now back with Central's, the mark taken by Bello. He goes for the hand pass, and I think he's found Chris Gowans, who has gold. So 2 goals for Chris Gowans, 2 goals for James Gowans here this afternoon, and Central's go further ahead, 11 goals 10. That is 76, leading South, 5 goals for 34. And their ability, Damien, just to finish off is just so good, particularly the Gowans boys, but copybook stuff.
Yeah, exactly right. The score really tells the story for Centrals. I think South, they really need a lift from their bigger name players like Bennett. Hall probably needs to lift again. Cobb and Cotton, if they can get these guys to get a bit more of the ball, they might be able to kick a few more goals.
Ball back in the centre of the ground now. It's going to be Mackenzie up against Still. Great looking bounce there by the umpire. Mackenzie hits the ball down, but it comes out to the South Adelaide player there, and Davis. He gets a quick kick forward there. Comes out towards Warren, but it's a poor bounce. He's shone back onto the ball as Warren comes out towards Mills. Mills now running into an open goal. He pops a goal. Oh, that's a great kick there by Mills. The veteran 202 gamer, and that is a contender for the goal of the day, which was for Beechwood Homes. A great goal there to Trent Mills. That takes them on to 6 goals for 40 South Adelaide, trailing Central Districts 11 goals, 10-76. Nearly 26 minutes have gone in the second quarter, and a great goal there by the veteran.
Was a good goal there by Mills. Unfortunately, South, they just can't produce that sort of footy enough to pressure Centrals on the scoreboard. So, we'll see how they go at the end.
Special comments from Damien Hicks here this afternoon. The final mind-around game before Centrals get into another finals campaign. And South Adelaide, well, they'll be washing the jumpers tonight and airing them for another 6 months or so. It's Central's 11-10-76. South 6-4-40. The margin 36 points. There's the bounce up. Big Mackenzie. Probably the best game I reckon I've seen him play. He's done all right today. But intercepted this time by Jackman, who in turn got it across to Davis. Picked up here by Hall, Chris Hall. Now forced into a hurried right foot kick, but that was immaculate disposal because he was under pressure and still managed to find a teammate out there on the half forward line. And the boy taking the mark out there looks as though it might be Lee Kruger. He's a fair way from here, but we'll see what happens this time. It's not Kruger, it's actually Rod Tregenza. So the socks down, number 10. The big full forward has kicked a lot of goals this year. This will be number 60 if he drills this one. Waiting for him now. Won the waffle goal kicking a couple of times. Of course, recruited from the Kangaroos. And that's about the extent of the boy's history that I can give you. I hope he kicks it soon. And he comes. There's the big long kick. He's off target with that one though, and he puts it through for a minor score. No doubt his nickname is Rocket or something like that too. I didn't include that.
It is Rocket Rod Tregenza.
It is.
I've
actually got the profile of him here somewhere, but I've lost it for the time being. But I think I gave enough.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
As the ball is about to be brought in now by Tyson Hay. Nearly 27.5 minutes have gone in the second quarter. The siren should sound shortly as Hay now, looking for players, decides to go straight down the centre of the ground where Big Mackenzie is. Can he take the mark? In front goes Warren. He can't take it. Comes out towards Hall. Hall has a pot shot at goal on the right foot though, and it's drifted right across the face of goal. Out of bounds on the full, so it's going to be a free kick to that player again. Hay, he decides to play on quickly, goes to the outer side of the ground where he's got the player there in Hopwood. Hopwood now deciding to spend a bit of time in defence. He has the kick there, but it's a poor kick as he's found the smiling dentist in Jackman. Jackman around now on the left boot, found the player there in Tregenza. Tregenza on a very acute angle, handballs over there towards Hamby. Hamby now comes in, check side, bang, a goal!
Beauty.
And has put that straight through the middle. A great goal to South Adelaide. Better movement of the footy by South Adelaide. That takes them to 7 goals 6 it is, 7 goals 5, 48 to Central Districts, 11 goals 10, 76 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard. And Damien, better work there by South Adelaide, movement of the footy.
Yeah, they've had a fair bit more of the ball in their last 5 minutes. A bit of a lapse of concentration by Centrals, but look, South, and both of those, the last 2 goals have been as a result of good play by their own ballers.
So the action back in the centre of the ground. 21 minutes of the quarter gone. We'll go round the grounds again. In fact, we'll go round the grounds again right now with thanks to National Wireless two-way radio. Let's see how things are going down at Richmond. Mike Arns.
Yeah, we are at half-time here down at Richmond Oval, and Sturt 7-5-47 leading West Adelaide 6-3, 39 half-time lead of 8 points. Let's check out the score at Alberton and see how that goalpost is coming along with Stuart Datto.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. They've taken a premature half-time here at Alberton, so at the 19-minute mark of the second quarter, they've taken a half-an-hour break. We've just had that officially over the loudspeaker. Looks like they're bringing out a second goalpost now. They were going to run with what appeared to be one of the mini-league goalposts, but it obviously just wasn't going to work because it was about half the height of the point post. But I guess the real matter of this down here is that the score is 4-3-27. That is Glenelg leading Port Adelaide by 2 points. They're 3-7-25. We've got a half an hour break in deliberation, and then we'll see if we can get a bit of game on here again. So it's back to Elizabeth Oval.
On you, Stewie. Interesting development down there at Port. Who's your tip, Grant?
Well, I like Backwell, and I think he's probably had the best season of anyone, but it just concerns me that he probably hasn't played enough winning games. So I'm going for Brett Ebert for Port Adelaide.
Brett Ebert, and I'll go for Hayden Skipworth from Backwell and Brett Ebert, but I think that Hall and also Sikalala might be up there as Centrals go forward again. This time it is going to be Chris Gowans onto his left foot. Almost a one-hander there to Luke Cowan. That was spectacular stuff. But he didn't take it. It was taken away by Cotner. Hand pass out there to Webb. Webb comes out now to his teammate in Steele. Across to Jackman, the smiling dental student. Comes down towards the wing. It goes over the hands of Tregenza there. It's on the... there's Manta Ray. Manta Ray, courageous play there by Justin Berry. Went in very, very hard. He knew that there were opponents all around him. Wasn't rewarded with a free kick. I don't think it was there either, but it was still courageous play. Thanks to Manta Ray. Got their home entertainment systems, and there's going to be a ball up right here on the true centre wing position on the grandstand side.
Ball up now. Both players go at it. Still up against Scholar. Ball hits the ground, finds Brooks, so he can't take it. Mills also in there for the South Adelaide side. He's wrapped up in the tackle by Brooks, so that's going to be another ball up. A metre inside the boundary line here on centre wing grandstand side. The umpire about to come in. Looks like it is Sam Hay, the young fella there, bouncing the ball down, puts the ball down, goes straight up in the air, still pushes his opponent under the foot. He takes it out of the ruck, gets a quick kick forward, but it's all Central Districts there as Shell takes a mark across half-back, plays on, has one bounce, looking there for Sansbury running through the centre of the ground. He's got plenty of pace now. He'll go along with the kick as he does, looking down there towards Cowan at the back, the big fella, 1-2, takes it, play on's the call, comes out towards Ware for Central Districts, quick kick forward, it's bounced, it's hit the post. Oh, he did everything right. And Cowan tried to claim the mark. The umpire wouldn't have it. Got the handball over to Ware. He had a pot shot at goal, and it's gone through behind to Central Districts. Takes them to 11 goals 11, which is 77. South Adelaide 7 goals 5, 47 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard.
Webb brought the ball out. It was Hall who took the mark. He got it across to Jackman again. Another short kick goes in there. And the former Australian under-18 centre half back in Michael Hanby takes the mark. Brings it out now towards the wing position. And Jared Bennett. Big Jared Bennett, White Boots Bennett as we call him, the former Sydney Swan with the mark. He then went short and found Michael Davis. Prolific kick winner, not so much today. He's had a few touches, but certainly nothing like last week. There's his kick. He slips over as he kicks the ball there. One of those ones that are rather embarrassing. Got it across to Hall just the same. Comes back to Davis. You get another chance now. A hand pass comes back to Hall. Might have been grabbed too high. Play on calls the umpire. Umpire there says no, it was held to him. And in fact, there is going to be a bounce up as Davis and one of the Gowans boys have a little bit of a dust up here.
This is where they need to be very careful here.
And it is very, very willing in there, in the clinches. Players are being thrown out, and the Centrals boys just need to control themselves. From the sort of view of the finals, I'm talking here. I tell you what, Damien.
Don't.
Hello. It's on in earnest down there.
This is where the runners should get out and pull them away from that.
I've noticed, Damien, though, that one of the Gowans boys is in a spot of bother. The other one's never too far away.
Spot on there, Doug.
Yeah.
The ball comes out now towards South Adelaide, looking there for Kim Cobb, but he can't take it. The ball hits the ground. Swatala picks it up, looking over towards Arnott. Arnott running through centre half forward, goes long with a kick, looking down there towards Cowan. Also Walton in front, he can't take it. The ball hits the ground. Nick Manhood is there first, quick kick forward, looking there for and finding the player there in Berry. He can't take it. Ball hits the ground, wrapped up in the tackle, and Walton applied the tackle there, so it's going to be a ball up 55 metres out from the Central District's goal. Nearly 4 minutes have gone in the third quarter, and Doug, one of the positive things here, we still have all 4 goal posts and point posts in place.
As opposed to Alberton, but we'll go down to Stewie Datto soon and find out what the situation is as Ben Walton now gets the kick out of that stoppage, kicks right up in towards the teeth of goal. It's about 30 metres out, comes off hands, and a big pack of players form there once again, and the umpy coming in. Oh, I tell you what, a fairly willing start to this third quarter.
Well, I think this is where cool heads need to prevail here, because the Central District players do not want to get reported as Heath Hopwood's coming over there towards the boundary line as well. The ball is thrown up, comes out towards the South Adelaide player there. Central District player also in there in one of the Gowans boys, and it's going to be a ball up 45 metres out from the Central District's goal, who are kicking towards the Elizabeth City end, which is under redevelopment too, Doug, just for the listeners' benefit as well. And it's a great sunny day here at Elizabeth Oval. Ground in perfect condition. The ball goes down. Cowan's up against Steele. Ball comes out there towards Cobb. He gets a handball, but it's intercepted there by the Central District's player in Quinn and Graham. Gets a quick kick forward on the left boot. Comes out there towards Walton. He's claimed it, but over the back is White Boots Bennett. And at the back of the pack there took the mark. He plays on quickly, looking out there towards Parker. But the umpire said he didn't run the right side of the goalpost, and he has to come back to take his kick. I'm not sure what. I've never understood what that means, Doug, but anyway, the ball's brought out towards Chris Hall now. Chris Hall's got the footy, kicks long down there towards the smiling dentist in Jackman there on centre wing, grandstand side, Jackman. He's smiling as he's kicking the ball, plays on quickly, looks out there towards the play there in Warren. He's pushed a long way down onto the centre wing position, started at centre half forward, looking there for players, goes back over there looking for Hall. He's been South Adelaide's best player and possibly the best player on ground today. Had plenty of the football. Hall pushing his claim for AFL selection. He goes backwards there though, looking there for Cobb. They're going to cross ground now. This is going to be dangerous because there's Central's players out there. It's going to come off though. It's gone out toward Johnson. Johnson at half back. He needs to get around one player. Handballed back over to Parker. They're messing around South Adelaide. They need to move the ball forward. Comes back over there towards Johnson, the left footer. What's he going to do on centre wing? Outer side comes inboard where he finds Cotton. Cotton had a very good start to this game as well. They're just holding the ball up, keeping possession football. Handballed over there towards White Boots Bennett. He's found the player there in Davis, so they've moved another 5 metres at least on that kick. Davis now holding the ball up. Now he's decided to go long with a kick. Does that way, goes over towards the player there in Doughty, but the player chipping in is Hollywood Hopwood.
Probably the best player for Central today, or close to it. I guess the Gowans boys might argue with that one, but he's been a wonderful player. Hopwood, he found Schooler too, back in the centre of the ground. But Scotty Webb it is who chips in nicely, took the mark, went with the hand pass, gets it across here now to Kim Cobb. He in turn hand passes the ball across to Doughty. Doughty's skimming kick. It was off target though. His target down there was Tregenza, but it landed in the hands of Shell. Got it across there to the player in Ware, and Central's go forward again. He in turn transfers play to James Gowans. This is good footballers. Harada kicks it towards centre half forward, but the kick was ill directed, and the mark taken by big Aidan Parker. 7 minutes of the quarter gone. We'll go around the grounds in just a moment. In fact, I think we better go now because we may not get a score here.
It's a 0-0 draw.
It's a 0-0 draw. You've seen soccer in the last week or so, Grant, so it's in the blood. National Wireless two-way radio. Bring us around the grounds, and we take you first of all to the Richmond Oval and Mike Arns.
Just gone 11 and a half minutes in the third quarter, and we have Bradshaw lining up for a goal, but at the moment we have Sturt 8-7-56 leading West Adelaide 6-3-39, and Bradshaw is probably about 15 metres out, so you could probably write this one down. Let's go check out the score at Alberton and see if they're playing again.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. We're about 5 minutes away from a restart of the, or a continuation of the second quarter. The Port Adelaide side are out on the ground and running. Glenelg have been out. They've since disappeared back into the rooms. We have a goalpost down one end which is about 2 metres shorter than the other one, which is a very interesting sight. I thought at one stage Matty Golding actually walked out from Glenelg. I thought they were going to dress him in white and get him to stand there as the goalpost, but not. So the score down here is still Glenelg 4-3-27, leading by 2 points over Port Adelaide 3-7-25. We're about 5 minutes away from a restart or a continuation of the second quarter, and then a 5-minute half-time break, and then a restart of the second half. So it's back to Elizabeth Oval with the match of the day.
Good on you, Stewie, and yes, that's certainly one they'll be talking about for years, that one down at Alberton, as Jared Cotton gets the ball on the half-back flank here for South Adelaide. Hasn't been the best quarter of footy that we've seen, and in fact I think what's the time clock doing at the moment, Grant? It's a bit hard to tell. Is that 10 minutes gone?
Yeah, the one's out.
The one is out, okay. So Central District 11-11, 77, South 7-5, 47, and the kick from South down towards half forward, but Daniel Shell took the mark, went with the hand pass to Harada.
Ball comes out now towards Arnott at centre half back. He's going to the other side of the ground where he's got a player there in Swatala. He's got plenty of the time. Goes long, looking down there towards Walton. Pushes his way to the front. Can't take the ball. Cobb knocks the ball out of his hands. Back on it for South Adelaide as Cobb gets a handball around the corner. He hasn't tried to find touch there, and that could have been a free kick. but it's going to be thrown in 80 metres around from the Central District's goal. Central District's kicking to the northern end here, where there is a slight breeze going towards that end, but sides able to kick to both ends of the ground here. The ball is brought in. Hopwood's going to be up against the South Adelaide opponent there, but Walton over the back sport the ball 30 metres there, but it came out to the player there in Hamby. He kicks over there towards Hall. Hall finds a player there, handballed over there towards Parker. Parker come grandstand side where he's got the smiling dentist there, and Jackman, he picked up the half volley there, handballed back over there towards Parker. Parker handballs back over there towards Hamby. He can't take it though. Central District's come in, Bello handballs over there towards Shell. They're messing around with the football though. Handballed back out there towards Ware. Handballed over there towards Arnott, running inside 50. They need to go long with the kick. They do. Cowan's out in front, the big fella. Good mark, good lead. And Cowan there had 10 metres clear as all his opponents had pushed up the ground. So the big fella who had a great start to this game, kicking 3 goals, 2 of them in the second quarter, and is going to be coming in now kicking from about 35 metres on a 45-degree angle. And he has gone back probably 50 in his run-up, Doug.
I reckon he has, you know. I mean, we used to talk about it with the fast bowlers, didn't we?
We have, and he comes in now, Cowan.
Nothing wrong with his action, though.
Nothing, no, very good action. He did miss a couple early. Cowan coming in, has 3 on the board. It's a good-looking kick. It's floating, but it's floated straight through the middle for another goal to Cowan and another goal to Central Districts. That takes them on to 12 goals, 11, 83. South Adelaide, 7 goals, 5, 47 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard. And with AFL scores with Scotty... No, Scotty, he's got some AFL scores.
Yeah, we got Adelaide 7-6-48. Sorry, Adelaide 8-6-54 to West Coast 4-4-28. Back to the match of the day.
Good on you, Scotty. You sure about those scores there, Grant? Well, 4th goal there to Luke Cowan. I know that you've said he's a real key, Damien Hicks, but that's a real confidence booster for him here this afternoon.
Oh, very good signs for Centrals of him playing well, definitely.
The action now down in the Central's forward line once again, but Kim Cobber's got the kick this time for South Adelaide. That left foot kick of his, it's a low skimming kick, and Chris Hall, who I reckon has almost had 30 touches already and normally does something with them. That was clever football from Hanbys. He tapped the ball over his head there to his teammate in Jackman, onto his left foot, the non-preferred, down towards half full. That'll be a free kick against Warren, and it will go to his immediate opponent. He got right into his back that time. Umpire paid the advantage, and Hopwood comes away now, brings it out towards the half-back flank. The long sleeve Daniel Shell took the ball away. Across to Tyson Hay. Hay now for Centrals, running through half-back. He got it across to Krieg. Krieg now centres the ball, finds his teammate in Swatara. He's normally a beautiful kick of the ball. Gets under this one just a little bit, but this is for the high flyers. Up goes Cowan. Couldn't take it this time. Manhood was in there trying to thump it away. Couldn't do so, but grabs it again. Rounds into a wall of Central's players, and the umpire says it's going to be a free kick to South Adelaide, and he's paid the advantage this time, and it was Hamby who got the ball back into the centre of the ground, and South Adelaide will go forward through Kruger.
He kicks the ball long, looking there for the player there in Newbury. He can't take it down. He handballs over there towards the player there in Chief Bradley. He gets it in quickly, looking there for Warren, and finds him. A good mark in front of Brooks. So Warren, 30 metres directly in front, should have no problems with this, and that was a great mark. Damien Hicks.
Was a good mark there by Warren. I've just watching South their style of play. They've persisted with this chipping style of play, which would be very frustrating for their forwards. But in that occasion, they took it to their forward lines quicker, and it's resulted in a goal.
And a great goal there by Warren, the Damien Hicks lookalike there, as he's put through another goal for South Adelaide. Takes them to 8 goals, 5. That is 53. Central District's 12 goals, 11, 83 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard. 13.5 minutes have gone in the third quarter.
Changes being made here on the bench as South Adelaide make those changes. The boy coming off is Paddy Walton, and running on is Aidan Parker, who's just had a brief spell on the bench. Umpire with the ball back there in the centre of the ground. Superb conditions. You wouldn't get a better day for footy, I wouldn't think. Just a slight breeze. It seems to be favouring the Elizabeth City end, but it seems that the the Adelaide City end as the scoring end here. There's the bounce up there. Big knock on there by Schooler. Picked up here by Shellett. Centre half forward. Gets it across there to his teammate. It is one of the Gowans boys. It looks like James. Oh, there's a good mark taken there. The high-flying manhood it is who went up there in front of his opponent in Benny Walton. A hand pass comes out to Scotty Webb. Goes out towards the wing. A mark taken out there by the South player. We'll pick him up in a moment. Taken away this time, though, by Chris Hall. Have I got him right? No, Jared Cotton that time. Somebody left-footers in this team. Out towards the wing position it goes. The umpire says it is going to be a throw-in on the outer side of the ground. And the crowd out there enjoying the sunshine this afternoon, Grant.
And it is a great day here, Doug, and the crowd has built up, and it's probably 2,500 to 3,000. And it's one thing about SANFL football, it is good, affordable family entertainment. Kids get in for free, and great day at the football. The ball is thrown back in now, comes out towards the South Adelaide player in Cotton. He tries to get a quick kick forward, but he's wrapped up on the tackle. So we're going to have another throw in on the outer side wing position. 15 minutes have gone into the third quarter at Central Districts, 12 goals, 11.83. South Adelaide, 8 goals, 5.53, a 30-point margin.
That thing about admission charges, a very clever ad, I thought, placed in the advertiser yesterday or the day before. It said, see Port play this weekend for just $8. And I thought, very, very clever.
Very clever.
Yeah.
As the ball goes over now towards Hall on centre wing, outer side. He's had plenty of touches today. He goes long with the kick, looking there towards Warren, the big fella, but it's a great spoil there by Brooks. Ball comes to ground, comes out towards Hay now. He comes inbound, finds the player there in Arnott. Arnott takes a mark, plays on quickly, but it's a poor kick. The smiling Dennis Jackman's in there, but it comes back out to the Centrals player there in Gowans. He's finding his brother there, the other player, so it was Chris onto James. James has got the footy now, goes back over towards Chris, so they're playing football with each other here at the moment. He goes long with a kick, looking down there towards Shell, but Parker's in front there at centre half back for the South Adelaide side. Players falling over the football, trying to get the ball out, but it's going to be a ball up in the centre half forward position at the Central's end, and they love to kick it to each other, Damien, the Gowans boys.
Well, that's whether it's delivered or not, it's been disputed by them, but no, it does happen quite often. But normally they find each other in the right spot anyway, so we're not too concerned.
Well, we get confused calling them. I wonder if they do out there, if they know who they're actually... No, it doesn't matter. The action back now on the centre wing position, grandstand side. Umpire puts up the hand and it is out of bounds. We'll go around the grounds again in a moment. Only 1 goal apiece to both teams in this quarter in superb conditions, but it's just going from half-back line to half-back line, and the throw-in to take place once again. Up they go. It's Big Bradley there and Schooler, but taken away by Chris Gowans. A big high kick to centre half forward, almost a mark there too. Cochrane, like the way Cochrane plays. It was tapped on by Walton, got it across to his teammate in Graham. A big long kick, but it's out of bounds on the full, deep down in the forward pocket for Centrals. The South Adelaide defender in Webb or Johnson. It'll be Johnson to take the resultant free kick. At the moment, Centrals 83 lead South 53. The margin obviously is 30 points. The Pitmans Marine scoreboard. Let's go round the grounds this time for National Wireless two-way radio and at Richmond, Mike Arns.
21 minutes gone in the third quarter, and Sturt are leading 10-8-68 over West Adelaide 7-3-45. Let's check out what's happening in Alberton with Stuart Datto.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. We have finally passed the 19-minute mark of the second quarter, and the score update, Glenelg 4-4-28. Port have scored the only point since the resume of the second quarter. They're 3-8-26. As Anthony Brown's report has just taken a mark about 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. So he'll have a shot at the end with one goalpost about 2 metres taller than the other. Now it's back to the match of the day at Nap Oval, Elizabeth.
And a good saving mark taken by Kim Cobbers. Centrals went forward once again. He went with the hand pass to Parker. He in turn played on, found Bradley, who went for the hand pass to Bennett. And White Boots Bennett in turn across to the former Glenelg boy in Ben Newbury. Taking a mark on the centre wing position here. Now he'll drive South Adelaide into attack.
He's not going to do that because he's kicked backwards, Doug, where he's gone back to Kim Cobb. So he's gone back 25 metres. Now the cross player's on. Found Berry all on his own on the outer side of the ground, so he'll run with the football. Has one bounce. Surely he'll have another one. He decides not to. Goes long with a kick where he's got Jared Cotton also down there on the half-forward flank position. He's holding up play as Berry also pushing down. But he's got a player out on his own there is Doughty. Doughty now 80 metres out from the South Adelaide goal. He'll go long there, looking there for Warren. Warren over the back. That's a good mark over the back, though, to the Central Districts in Brooks. Over the back of Warren on that occasion, the big fella. He decides to come grandstand side where he's got Elijah Ware all on his own. Player takes the mark there. He hasn't got any players to support him on this side of the ground, so he may have to cross back to the other side. Decides to go straight down the centre of the ground where Arnott's all on his own, so there's poor checking by both sides here. Comes out towards Hay there. He kicks long, looking down towards the centre of the ground where he's got Cochrane in the centre of the ground. Kicks long, looking down towards Walton. Can he take the mark? He was spoilt there by his own opponent. Ball comes out towards South Adelaide play there in Manhood. Manhood now wheels around on the left boot where he's got Berry on centre wing out of side. Kicks in long, looking there for Hanby. Hanby takes a good mark in front of Arnott. Hanby now, there's a 25-metre penalty. I don't know what that was for, but he's going to get it anyway. So Hanby now, that's going to bring him down on the 50-metre line just about, exactly on it. So he'll be kicking from 50 metres out, 52 metres out by the time he comes in. Players leading now, but he'll go long with the kick. Go the torpedo punch, son. What's he going to do? Sizing up his options.
I think he's Grant.
He's going to go for it.
He's heard you, Grant.
No, he's drop kick, torpedo punt. No, he goes the drop punt, looking down there towards Warren in the back pocket. Can he take it? Brooks over the back, spoiled the ball well, and knocked. Surely that's a free kick. Yes, it is. It's going. No, it is a free kick, but it's going to go to the player there in Brooks. And it was in the back to him by the player in Warren. So the ball comes out to Central Districts now in Creed. Creed comes grandstand side where he's got Elijah Ware. Also the smiling dentist. Jackman's there to apply the pressure, but Ware's good enough to get the handball away. Finds Swatala. Swatala now got plenty of the time. Kicks the ball in where he found Bello. Bello handballs over towards Cochrane on centre wing. Grandstand side. Kicks down there towards Walton. Oh, good mark by Ben Walton. 55 metres out from goal. He'll go in long where Shell's been moved to full forward. It's a good looking kick in front of Shell. Can he get there? He's taken it. Oh, he used every bit of his effort and strength to get to that one, and he's taken a great mark there down at his bootlaces, Doug. And he is 45 metres out directly in front of goal and is normally a very good kick of the football. So he's moved forward, Daniel Shell, so it'll be interesting to see where Luke Cowan has gone. He may have come off for a spell, Doug. We'll wait to pick that one up.
A little bit of aerial sickness, you think?
It could be, because he was playing so well. That could be a new thing in the coaching ranks.
Well, the osteitis pubis has been the thing of late, hasn't it? In the last couple of years, yeah.
So Daniel Shell now 40 metres directly in front. Goes bang with a kick. Oh, that's a good-looking kick. And that has snuck in, just snuck in for a goal. So great goal there to Daniel Shell. Central's 13 goals 11, 89 Central Districts. South Adelaide, they are 8 goals 5, 53 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard.
Well, Damien, at the moment, it seems to have slowed down. The players just appear to be going through the motions a little bit. Do you sort of detect that?
Yeah, it's been a frustrating quarter. I think, if South persist with the indirect play, I don't think they're going to have much hope. But I think that's probably as a result of not having any confidence up forward. So Centrals, I think they'll cruise along to an easy victory here.
And Cowan has moved out to centre half forward, Doug.
There was the bounce up in the centre of the ground. It's going to be taken away by Sainsbury. They say he's the quickest player on the Centrals list. Kicks down towards half forward. Lovely disposal again. Looks for his teammate in Graham. Probably a little bit stiff not to get the free kick there as Cobb came at him from behind. Cobb may get the free kick this time, but the umpire says it's over the line and out of bounds, and there's going to be a throw in. Half forward line, Central District, as the shadows from the trees are out on the ground now. They get bigger and bigger as the afternoon goes on. Let's check the scoreboard again. Central's 13-11-89, leading South 8-5-53. We'll take you around the grounds once again, thanks to National Wireless Two-Way Radio. And at the Richmond Oval, it is going to be Mike Arns.
26 minutes gone, almost 27 minutes gone in the third quarter. Sturt 11-8-74. Doing it all right at the moment over West Adelaide, 7-4-46. Let's go to Albleton with Stuart Datto.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Coming up towards the end of the second quarter here, and Porter's coming out kicking really well since the break. Glenelg 4-4-28. Port Adelaide leading them 5-9. It's 39, so it's an 11-point break here for the Magpies. Now it's back to match of the day at Elizabeth Oval.
And back here we find a free kick has been paid to South Adelaide. They've got the ball on the half-back line now, and we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. Nick Jackman with that kick drops the ball in short. It wasn't such a good kick, but it did find Big Peter Johnson. Put him under all sorts of trouble. He's outnumbered about 1-5. He may be the biggest player on the South Adelaide lineup, not the heaviest, but I think the tallest, but he's been penalised this time as he was caught with the ball, and the free kick to go to Matt Krieg at centre half forward. Beautiful conditions here at the Elizabeth Oval. There's Kriegs. He gets a shocker this time too, and taken away here by South Adelaide's Jared Cotton. Been a great player today across half back. He finds Michael Davis near the centre of the ground. Davis just held up there by Sainsbury's. He tried to break clear. Now he's got away from his opponent. Goes with his left foot, the non-preferred, as we like to say. We've developed a few lovely little expressions over the years, haven't we? And there's the siren to put to sleep the third quarter here at Elizabeth. It was perhaps not the most inspiring quarter of football we've seen this year. Centrals go in at three-quarter time. 13 goals, 11-89. They lead South Adelaide, 8 goals, 5-53. So the margin at three-quarter time is 36 points in favour of Centrals. The goal kickers, Luke Cowan has 4. 2 apiece to Paul Thomas, Chris Gowans, James Gowans and Heath Hopwood, and a single to Daniel Shell. South goals have come from Christopher Hall, who's kicked 2. Singles to Rodriguenza, Trent Mills, Ben Warren, Michael Hanby, Justin Berry and Michael Doherty. Three-quarters
of heavy vibes that we can so easily hand out to each other. I'm Hans Ortman.
Hi, I'm Paul Newsham. Our Sunday nights have never been the same since we started hosting Sunday Night Talk. Our team deliberately program a packed night of exciting topics, leaving room for listeners to join us for discussion. In fact, for us, it's the callers that make the night more exciting. Why not call Sunday Night Talk this Sunday night to talk about whatever's on your mind? 8 till 8 every Sunday night on Spirit of the City, Life FM.
I was sitting on the fountain in the mall when a gleam of light caught my eye. The sparkle captured me and enticed me to the window. Before my eyes was the most beautiful selection of rings and jewellery, filled with every colour of gemstone. I stepped back to find it was Clark the Jeweller. Of course, I thought. I've been told that Clark the Jeweller has the most beautiful selection of jewellery in town for every occasion.
Visit station sponsors Clark the Jeweller. Beautiful jewellery for every occasion. Next to the fountain in Rundle Mall.
It's the last day of the show and Coorong's fantastic sale. Open till 5 p.m. Come and save a huge 15% off any $50 or more purchase. Last chance for a great Father's Day gift, so don't miss out. Station sponsor Coorong Books, 198 Weymouth Street, City.
Hi, this is Kari Seeley. On behalf of the Life FM Top 40 Business Group, I'd like to invite you to join us for breakfast at the Adelaide Festival Centre on Thursday morning, the 18th of September. Phil Baker from Perth will be presenting another of his dynamic Building Business Leaders seminars entitled Mahatma Gandhi, A Higher Standard of Leadership. Tickets are just $35 per person. Places are strictly limited, so book now for this fabulous event. Call 8244 5433 for details. Thanks to the Spirit of the City, Life FM.
Nearly three-quarter time in the elimination final at Amy Stadium. Adelaide are 71 to West Coast 37. It's a 34-point lead to the Crows as they're nearing three-quarter time. We'll go back to Nap Oval for the match of the day. Yamaha Pitman's match of the day, that is, with Grant, Doug and Damien.
Well, Central District have extended their lead, Scotty, here now. It's out to 42 points. Then Walton, who has been brought into the side today, has kicked a goal, a good one too, and Central's 14-11-95, leading South 8-5-53. 7 straight goals the difference, and well, Central's keen to take some good winning form into the final series, but South would certainly like to finish in a positive sort of a way. The kick in towards centre half forward here by the player in Elijah Ware, but picked up by South Adelaide veteran in Peter Johnson. Johnson goes out towards the half-back line. The mark was taken there by Berry, showing his skills on either side of the body. Goes with the left foot this time and finds Michael Doughty. He in turn goes short. That's a beautiful pass, that one. Just 40 metres, lands it on the chest of White Boots' Jared Bennett. Bennett now using all that experience that he accumulated playing with Sydney. Just taking his time. Now he's going to drop the ball in short. And a man who has been absolutely brilliant today for South Adelaide, Chris Hall, has taken the mark. And his mark, and his kick, in fact, has found the target too. And Michael Hanby has taken the mark 50 metres out from goal. There'll be a 25-metre penalty here. In the view of the umpire, Sainsbury came over the top of him, interfered with him after he took the mark, and so this brings Michael Hanby within kicking distance and a chance to still give that glimmer of hope to the Panthers.
Exactly right, Doug, but we'll need a very good kick from here. He's on a very acute angle. He's probably only 30 metres out from goal. He's on the right side for a right footer, so we've travelled just over 3 minutes in the last quarter here, and Hanby has a chance to put South Adelaide a bit closer to the Central District score. Hanby now taking plenty of time, setting up for goal, coming in now, the right footer. In he goes. It's a good-looking kick. He's put it fair square up in there, 100 metres up in there. He's put it, but it's gone straight through the middle of the goalpost. That's all that matters, and that's a great goal to South Adelaide. Takes them now to 9 goals 5, 59. South Adelaide Central's 14 goals 11, 95. And Damien, a good start to South Adelaide, but they just appear to be wanting to play that possession-style football.
Yeah, exactly right. It is a good start. Exactly what they needed, but you know, they had to chip away to get it, and they were probably a little bit fortunate to get the 25. But I mean, it was a good start for South, and if they can kick a few more, you never know.
Michael Hanby, they're expecting big things from him next year. He had that very bad hamstring injury this year, but very, very handy player. He's on the Crows list for 2 years, and he's only 20 years of age now, so plenty of football ahead of him. As Marco Bello got the ball from that centre break, down towards centre half 40 goes. It's on the 50-metre line. Will be picked up here by Stewie Cochrane, son of the great Richard. His kick, though, was ill-directed, and Aidan Parker drops in and takes a good mark. Now, he's going to bring it across toward the grandstand wing, which we rather like because it's closest to us, and Justin Berry is in there and takes a mark.
Justin Berry now kicks down, looking there for the player there in Doughty. He can't take it. Central District player coming in. Attack the football, look like Arnott, and he's wrapped up in the tackle there by Doughty, so it's going to be a ball up 55 metres out from the Central District's goal. That player there was Krieg. The ball goes down, bounces down. Mackenzie up against the man of steel, comes out towards Chris Gowans. He's wrapped up in the tackle by the man of steel. In comes Berry, pick the pocket there. He's had one bounce running through the centre of the ground. Goes long with a kick, looking down there towards Manhood. Ball's gone over the back of the pack where Brooks has picked the footy up. He's run away from his opponent. Brooks now has had one bounce, coming grandstand side with a kick, looking there for the player there in Hopwood. He can't take it. White Boots Bennett over the top with probably the spoil of the day. Krieg picked the ball up, got a quick kick forward, but it's gone out of bounds on the full, and it's going to be a free kick to South Adelaide in Newbury.
Wasn't that fantastic play by Bennett, though, even the second effort?
Exactly right,
yeah.
And that's what happens when you wear white boots, Doug. As the ball has been brought in by Newbury, he's looking down there towards the player there in Hanby, and that's a good mark there by Hanby, playing in front. He plays on quickly. He's gone across ground though, where Jared Cotton has pushed up 55 metres out from goal, pushed around one opponent, kicks on 50. That's a good looking shot for goal, but the kick has gone off to the right of the post, through for a behind. So that takes now South Adelaide 9 goals 660, trailing Central Districts 14 goals 11.95. 6 minutes have gone here in the last quarter.
Waiting now for the full-back, or the kick-in at least, from Tyson Hay. The designated kicker, and he finds Chris Gowans too. Beautiful kick, that one. Looking down here for Walton. In fact, it's Paddy Walton opposed to Ben Walton, and it's beaten members of the Walton family. I don't think they're related, but it's gone across the line. Ben Walton's related to you, they tell me.
He is a cousin of mine, and great to see him get an opportunity today, and has done very well.
Pretty good player to have back in the reserves, where he's been a fair bit of this year. I mean, a boy who's come back after playing quite a bit of senior football at St Kilda, as we know. Throw in now on the outer side of the ground. The sun is shining here at the Elizabeth Oval, and certainly shining on the Central supporters at the moment too. The kick in towards centre half forward by Krieg. There's a race on for the ball down there. Big Mackenzie doing battle down there, but the South player will pick it up ahead of him in Jackman. His kick was ill-directed though. It was marked by Stuller. He went with the hand pass, got it across to Ware, in towards centre half forward. Play on calls the umpire. The smiling dental trainee now gets the ball in Jackman and finds a teammate too. Number 9 it is out there in Todd Steele, across to Webb. Webb in turn goes on there to Doughty. A nice little kick this time, and finds Newbury. Newbury goes for the hand pass this time to Davis. Another hand pass here. South Adelaide a chance. A snapshot for goal by Warren. Made it harder, but I think he's put it through. That's his second goal for the afternoon, and that is a contender for the Beechwood Homes goal of the day, that one from Betty Warren. And at the 8-minute mark, South Adelaide making some sort of a comeback. The Panthers 10-6-66. Still a fair way behind Centrals, though, on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard, 14-11-95. The National Wireless two-way radio around the grounds. And first up, Mike Arns at Richmond.
Yeah, 8 minutes gone in the last quarter, and we have Sturt 12-8. 80, leading West Adelaide 8-5-53. Let's go to Stuart Datto at Alton.
Thanks, Mike. It's about 5 minutes gone in the third quarter here. Glenelg still trailing. They're 5-5-35. Port Adelaide 6-10-46. So it's Port by 11 points now. It's back to match of the day at Elizabeth Oval.
And back here, yes, there's a bit of action here on the half-forward line for the Central District team. Could have been a free kick, I thought, played against South there, but they got the kick away there through Webb. He gets it back to the very clever Michael Doughty in the centre of the ground. A hand pass comes out here to Ben Newbury, the left footer. That's a lovely pass, and on the lead there we find it is going to be Warren. He's taken the mark about 45 metres out from goal. This is probably going to test him for distance, but we will see. But certainly I'd be having a shot from there. You probably would, Grant. What about you, Damien?
Oh, I'm lucky to kick over 30 on a kicking with a strong wind. So.
As Warren comes in there, has a shot at goal. It's gone to the left of the post, though, so the Damien Hicks lookalike there failed to capitalise on that shot at goal. So that's another behind to South Adelaide. That takes them to 10 goals, 767. Central District's 14 goals, 1195. And Damien, my memory tells me you had one very good season at centre-half forward, though, and you were a very prolific goal kicker. You forgot about that one?
No, I wouldn't figure that. But I just want to point out, you probably shouldn't insult Benjamin Warren, calling him myself. But
you are a very attractive man.
No, thanks, Grant. Thanks.
I think Grant's had an overdose of those cream puffs. There's the action back now with Cochrane in towards centre-half forward. Up go the Central District forwards there. Comes off hands. It was James Gowans who got the front position. Amanta Ray, courageous players. He stood his ground. But Jared Cotton has been a very good player today for South Adelaide. Brings it out here now to Michael Davis. South now making another forward thrust as the player in Hall who doesn't waste too many kicks, and that's no exception. He's found that man Warren once again. The man who doesn't look like Damien Hicks kicks the ball right up into centre-half forward. It was not a terribly well-directed kick. He kicked into a pack of players, really into a contest. I thought he might have had a shot that time. Oh, there's a free kick. That was quite undisciplined from Warren, and the umpire says it will be a free kick. It's going to go back. And a Central boy down there just holding his shoulder. It's one of the Gowans boys, I think. And looks like it might be Chris Gowans. Yes, it is. Comes out with the hand pass and Tyson Hay to bring the ball out of defence.
Tyson Hay now coming out his defensive 50, finds Sainsbury on centre wing. He handballs over there towards Elijah Ware, running through the centre of the ground, goes along the kick, looking there towards Cowans. Over the back, though, is Cobb. And that is a contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. Great mark. He comes to the grandstand side, where he finds Bennett. Bennett now has got players all on their own over here. The first one there is Hall. He's probably best on ground, this player here. Had a great game. He kicks down there towards Hanby. Hanby 55 metres out from goal. He's got Davis running in. He's also got the Damien Hicks lookalike. Warren in the goal square. What's he going to do now? Decides to go across ground where White Boots Bennett has gone. He's 70 metres out from goal. There's a whistle has gone. The players stopped. No, it's carried on. There's a whistle there. The ball comes out there towards the Centrals players there.
Might have been a train.
It was a train. The whistle, the guard's whistle. As Ware got the footy, comes over towards James Gowan. He can't take the footy. Comes out there towards Sainsbury though. Has one bounce. Doesn't come back to him. But he's got plenty of time now. He's got all the time in the world as there's no South players coming towards him. He's had 3 bounces. Running through the centre of the ground comes grandstand side, looking out there towards Shell. Over the back is Cobb, but all over the back of Shell on this occasion. It's going to be a free kick there to Daniel Shell, 70 metres out from the Central District's goal. He goes long with a kick, looking out there towards Big McKenzie. Puts in, parked himself in front, took a great mark. Handballed over to Cochrane. He played on quickly, kicked over towards James Gowans, and James Gowans has taken a great mark. An easy mark in the end, but he's 40 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle. He's going to play on those. He's got Marco Bello. It's a poor kick, though. No, it's a poor... It comes out towards Cowan at the back of the pack. Oh, comedy of errors there. It was a poor kick by Gowans, and Johnson missed the spoil, and it came out the back there to Cowans, and he just, leisurely as you like, put it through for his 5th goal. So that's been a good day at the office there by Luke Cowans for number 5, but Central's nearly messed that one up, Damien.
Well, you know you're having a good day when it just bounces in your lap like that. You'd be happy with that, Luke Cowan. Yeah, better play there by Central. They had to work hard to get that one, but I've been impressed with South's play this quarter.
South certainly throwing everything at Central's in this final quarter. 13 minutes have gone. Central's 15 goals, 11. That's 101. South 10-7-67. Doesn't look to be any doubt that Central's will win the game, but still a fair bit of time to go. We've got half a quarter for South for the remainder of this year as James Gowans gets the hand pass away there to Quentin Graham. In towards centre-half 40 he goes. We'll go around the grounds again in just a few moments, fellas. A fairly close one, a reasonably close one between Sturt and West. He's in towards centre-half forward. That's a good mark this time, being taken out there by Elijah Ware, the youngster from Port Pirie. He gets a 25-metre penalty. after being knocked over after taking the mark, and that was a fair enough decision too.
And great effort today by this young guy, Doug, and he's probably played himself into a final series for Centrals because of his efforts here today.
Going to be interesting to see if Centrals go with him. In fact, they've made it a 50-metre penalty, and I'm not quite sure why. Obviously, one could only assume that the player on the mark spoke to the umpire in ways that are not terribly flattering. As in comes Aware, and he puts it straight through for a goal. That's his first goal. In fact, that is his first goal with the Central District Footy Club in his second match. So well done, Elijah Ware, the youngster from Port Pirie, as Jackman comes off and Kruger goes on for South Adelaide. Central 16-11, 107, South 10-7, 67. And that must be, even though there's nothing hinging on this for South, Damien, must be disheartening for the coaching staff when they see penalties like that given away.
Yeah, it was very undisciplined, and I mean, from sitting up here, it's hard to tell exactly what it was for, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's obviously something was said, yeah.
Must have been something, I think, yeah. But the action back in the centre of the ground. But we'll see what the action's like at the other grounds right now. We'll take you around there. And first of all, at Richmond, it's Mike Arns.
Yeah, we're at the 15-minute mark of the last quarter, and Student kicking away. 14 goals, 11.95 to West 8-7-55. Let's go to Alberton with Stuart Dano.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. I'm happy to hear that score. Here at Alberton Oval, Port Adelaide 8-10-58, still leading Glenelg 6-5-41, and we're about 10 minutes into the third quarter here. So it's back to the match of the day at Napo Elizabeth.
Newbury with the ball for South Adelaide. The Panthers well down. They're trading by 40 points at the moment. We're 15 minutes into the final quarter. Central 16-11, 107. South 10-7, 67. And Chris Gowans now with the ball at centre half back. The Gowans boys, they must massage each other's feet at the end of the games, because I tell you what, they'd have bruises. Gets it across to Quentin Graham, and the mark is taken here by Tyson Hay, one of the several left-footers in the Centrals team. His kick, there's a little bit of a wrestling match out here at centre half forward, as a couple of boys are just having a little bit of a how do you do out there. Chris Hall and the other
Paul Thomas.
It's young Paul Thomas, so a couple of the young stars in the competition. But anyway, the action with Central District at centre half forward, and Paul Thomas quickly getting away from that because doesn't want to get reported before the finals. Marco Bello it was who took the mark there. Heath Hopwood now, can he kick his third goal? No.
He would be absolutely shattered with that, Doug. He was sort of set up a bit there with a kick, and the ball hit the ground, but he was good enough to come back on the crumbs and put it through for behind.
2 goals, 1 for a half-back flank is not bad. As Scotty Webb comes in, his foot actually hit the ground as he kicked the ball, and I've done that before too. And it ended up being almost a grubber, but stayed above the ground long enough for Ben Walton to take the mark. He transfers play across here now to Simon Arnott. He goes in short, and the mark is taken by James Gowans. Centre half forward, or almost between centre half forward and full forward. You'll kick from about 45 metres, and Grant, you used to dob them from there. Over your head.
Exactly right, Doug, and James Gowans should make no mistake there, and you should tally up the goals here, because this could be for the leading goal kicker for the season, Doug, as James Gowans comes in now 45 metres out directly in front. It's a good looking kick. Is it going to make the distance? It does, but it just fades off to the left hand side for another behind a Central District, so that takes him to 16 goals 13, 109. South Adelaide 10 goals 7, 67, and with some AFL scores, Scotty.
Yeah, at Amy Stadium, Adelaide 11-13, 79. I'm playing West Coast 6-7, 43. Back to the match of the day.
Thanks, Scotty. Back here at Elizabeth Oval, and the ball is brought out towards Jared Cotton now on the kick-in. He goes inbounds, finding Newbury. Newbury hands over there towards Parker. Parker goes long with a kick, looking down there towards the man of steel, but Brooks took a great diving mark. He gets up and plays on quickly. Kicks over there towards Chris Gowans. Chris Gowans goes long with a kick, looking down there towards Scholar, but in front is Jared Cotton. He's been one of the better players for South Adelaide today, making his return to Elizabeth Oval. He comes grandstand side where he finds a player there in White Boots Bennett. White Boots Bennett comes out there towards Berry. Berry plays on quickly with a kick, goes looking there for Johnson. Also there's Hollywood Hopwood. Oh, great spoil, umpire, what are you talking about there? That was a great spoil there by Hopwood, but Johnson's going to receive the free kick. And one of the more veteran players here for South Adelaide, he handballs over there towards Kim Cobb. He has one bounce, handballs over there towards Davis. He's had plenty of the football this year for South Adelaide. Davis goes round with a left foot kick. It's a poor kick though, because it comes out towards Brooks. for the Central District side, and he runs the ball out of play 30 metres around from the South Adelaide goal. And Doug, can you get him a goal here?
Well, let's see what we can do. What are we? 10 minutes into the final quarter. Central 16-13, 109. South 10-7, 67. 18 and a half minutes. I'm reading the wrong clock. That's what it is. So almost not that much long to go for South Adelaide's season. As a chain of hand passes here from Central's. No, I can't get them that goal, Grant. And it's going to be young Stewie Cochran now, bringing the ball back in towards the centre of the ground. Picked up here by the young player in Elijah Ware. Kicks it high in the air. Up go the South player there in Bradley. And Mark Bradley. Hasn't been one of his better games today. Certainly hasn't given up trying. That's a trademark of his game. He found Paddy Walton. Walton's kick was ill-directed, and this has perhaps been the story of South's game today. Goodness me, they are missing their targets so often, aren't they? As Centrals bring the ball forward, and there's a boy who really could... They ought to get him down there, down at Noarlunga, I reckon, for a few weeks. Adam Swatala, and just show them just how to kick to position like that and kick to the your teammate. Here's a chance now for one of the Gowans boys. It's Chris Gowans. And there he goes, a little bit of byplay there as he sort of went the hand pass to his brother and then decided, no, I'll kick it myself. And I think that's put him 2 ahead of James on the goal kicking. It's his 3rd goal for the afternoon. Well, so Chris Gowans there, we'll put that one down. Now, we may have to check with the statisticians, Doug, because we're in conflict with the goals, because I've got an extra 1 for James, I've got 3 for James and 2 for Chris, and you've got it the other way around. Oh, my goodness. But it's lucky we are sitting next to the statisticians. And as we ask Dawn, could you just give us an update here on James Gowans, how many goals he kicked? He's kicked 2, so Doug, you are correct. Am I correct? Thank you very much. Me. A little bit of a fluke as a player goes down there in the centre of the ground. Yeah, we don't want to see anything like that happen. It's quite unnecessary if players are going to get dumped and so forth. There's Ben Warren now with the mark now. He's got it about 50 metres out. A big, long kick for goal. Perhaps should have gone to his teammate who was calling to him, and it's gone through for a minus score. So Ben Warren's return today is 2 goals too. Central 17-13, 115. South 10 goals, 868. The ball comes out now towards James Gowans on centre wing outer side. He goes long with a kick looking down there towards Shell, but the player in front is Cobb. Pushed his way to the footy. Got a good handball over there towards Doughty. Doughty coming inbound where he can find the play there in Hall, but a great ball over the back by Paul Thomas. First play there's Mackenzie for Central Districts. He handballed over there towards James Gowans. Another handball over towards Shell. Another one over to Krieg. Another handball over there to Thomas. So they're using the handball well. Going in along the big scholar. Oh, the big fella. The man Mountain. He's 45 metres out from goal. Go back and have the big kick, big fella. He's a thumping kick. He's 50 metres out from goal. That's like shelling peas. That's gone all the way. Counts and the goal's there. Oh! He nearly took it. He had the grab. He was up over the pack but couldn't hold on to the mark. And that was great work there by Central Districts, but another behind of Central Districts takes him to 17 goals, 14, 116. South Adelaide 10 goals, 868 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard. We'll take another look around the grounds right now for National Wireless two-way radio at Richmond Oval. Mike Arns.
Yeah, we're 22 minutes into the last quarter and Sturda 15-12, 102, leading West Adelaide 8-9-57. Let's go to Alberton.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. About the 20-minute mark down here at Alberton, and we've still got a great game in our hands here. Port Adelaide 9-10, 64, 10 points up on Glenelg, 8-6, 54. Interesting, a few minutes ago, 2 former Crows teammates, Kim Costa and Shane Allen, got into a bit of a tussle as well. So it might be interesting to see how that pans out. Now it's back to match of the day at Nap Oval, Elizabeth.
Back here at Elizabeth Oval in the centre of the ground, the ball's with Doughty for South Adelaide. Goes long with a kick where he's found his teammate there in Ben Warren, all on his own. 40 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle. And Warren today has had a very good game with limited opportunities. Kicked a couple of goals for South Adelaide, 1 in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th. So 22 and a half minutes have gone in the last quarter here. Ben Warren could be coming in for his last shot at goal for the season. Comes in. It's a good-looking kick. The goal umpire has not moved a muscle, so that's gone as straight as a die through for a great goal there to Warren. And South Adelaide's 11, so that takes them to 11 goals, 8-74. Central District 17 goals, 14, 116. And Damien, your lookalike has had a very good second half.
Oh, look, Granny, she's been superb this quarter. South, look, you've got to give them credit because they haven't stopped trying, but I think we all knew from about half-time onwards the game was over, but Yeah, to their credit, they've just kept trying.
31 scoring shots to 19. It's a fair indication of the game. It really is. Centrals 17-14, 116. South 11-8, 74. That's the Yamaha Pitman's scoreboard. The kick now, or the bounce up in the centre of the ground, it's grabbed here by Newbury. Got it away there to Chris Hall. A big kick in towards full forward. But it's a safe mark on that last line of defence by the Central District player down there. It was Arnott, wasn't it? Yeah. Kick comes out now. He got it out to Hopwood. Hopwood out towards the wing, but grabbed here by Berry. Berry with the ball now. Goes with a hand pass across to Newbury. Comes back to Berry. Berry dummies around. He's a clever sort of a player. Brings it down towards the half-forward line. Michael Hanby has been a pretty handy player today. And that's a big, long kick right up in towards the teeth of goal. But the mark is taken there by the player in Arnott. A hand pass comes out to Hay. His kick is marked here by McKenzie. Big McKenzie now drops the ball down towards the wing. They race for it now. Scotty Webb and Marco Bello. Let's see who can get it. The 30-year-old Webb, or is it Bello? Bello, no. It's going to be South Adelaide who win out this time. Kruger's in there. He tries to break his way clear. Can't do so. The umpire watching things, and a throw up or a bounce up or a ball up or whatever to occur on the outer wing here at the Elizabeth Oval.
The one thing is, Doug, it's going to go up in there, this ball up or bounce down or throw up. As the umpire throws the ball up, McKenzie taps the ball down, but all he does is find Hall with a handball. Found Bennett there. Bennett handball over there towards Davis. He goes long with a kick looking down there towards Warren. Ball hits the ground. Brooks is in there for Central Districts. Gets a handball out. Good work there by Brooks. Arnott comes in. Oh, that's good work by the doggy defence there as he comes out to find the play there in Swatala. Swatala on centre wing, grandstand side. Finds Paul Thomas as the train goes past and beeps the siren once again, but the umpire hasn't called time on this occasion. The player there in Krieg goes long with a kick looking down there towards Scholar, but it's a great mark at the back of the pack there by Aidan Parker. Played pretty well for South Adelaide today. He goes to the other side of the ground where the prolific possession winner there in Hall's got it once again. Wheels around on the left foot, trying to find there Johnson. Johnson's picked it up on the half volley. Walked around one, walked around two, handball over to Doughty. Back over there towards Johnson. Johnson in turn handball over there towards Mick Hamby. Hamby goes long with a kick where he's got Newbury all on his own in the back pocket, and forward pocket I should say, and takes a good mark there, and he'll go back and have a shot for goal. 30 metres out, but he's on a fairly acute angle. He's in the scoreboard pocket, Doug, and I think you could have kicked that from there in your day.
Well, in my day, gee, I don't know. It would be on my wrong foot. I was a natural right footer, although they had difficulty telling. Not because I was such a good left foot, it's just that I never won the ball. And he comes, there's the kick. Looks all right from here. Newbury's put it through. And South Adelaide move along to 12 goals, 8. That's 82. And they still trail Centrals, of course, 17-14, 116. 26 minutes of the quarter have gone. So the old-time clock, they do a great job up there, but the old-time clock playing just a few tricks.
Val has come here to collect the things, and we must thank the Ladies Auxiliary once again for the supplies here today, and has been absolutely sensational. Damien Hicks was a world record in how long he took to get down that cream puff, because that just disappeared. And Damien, just for good measure, we had one left, and I've just put my thumb straight through it. So I may have to have that.
It's an old trick, Grant. We know. The action back here in the centre of the ground. Oh, goodness me, it's almost full time, and Daniel Shell's taken a mark for Central District now, about 40 metres out from goal, and a chance to bring up his second for the afternoon. And we're just trying to get all this stuff here to Val. We've got the little bit of chocolate slice there, a chocolate cake, very, very nice. So it's fantastic, though. We really do appreciate the support of all clubs, for that matter. And up here at Centrals, of course, the Ladies Auxiliary doing their part in providing us with the afternoon tea, or for us, it was a lunch. As I better stay with it because Grant's got a mouthful. Daniel Shell's kick is offline, and so Centrals move along now to, they don't move along to anything because it's in fact right offline. It's out of bounds on the full. And South Adelaide bring the ball out. It was Webb, got it across to Jackman. Jackman goes in short, and another mark taken this time by Jared Cotton. Goodness me, he's played a great game.
He has had a great game, Doug, and he's probably had 20-odd possessions. If Paul was here, we'd know that, but he's got the sick day today as he brings the ball in. Finds Davis there at centre-half back. He comes grandstand side where Justin Berry's got the football. He's had quite a good day as well, looking there for Johnson, but it's a poor kick. And a great mark there to Chris Gowns. He handballs over there towards Elijah Ware. The young fella's played a good game as the siren sounds here at Elizabeth Oval to signal the end of the game. And Ben Walden's kicked one, or nearly kicked one from 55 after the siren there. But it's Central Districts here, comfortable winners over South Adelaide. Central 17-14, 116. South Adelaide 12 goals, 8-80. A 36-point victory there to the Central District side. Just repeating those scores on the Pitmans Green scoreboard. Central District 17 goals, 14, 116. Defeating South 12 goals, 8-80.
Well, that's the situation here at Elizabeth. Tremendous win to Central District, and they will go into the finals full of confidence as players shake hands, and South Adelaide can wrap the jumpers up now for another year. The Central District theme song is playing, and they're hoping they can play that one with gusto the first week in October. Let's check the...